The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic Sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs, Blessman International, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to Southeast Polk High School here in Pleasant Hill, a few miles east of the Iowa State Fairgrounds on the eastern side of the metro as we make our journey being a road team this week at Ankeny, at Valley last night in West Des Moines, and here we are tonight. Mark Hamadale joined by Scott Babinett, the third and final game of the week, and it's Dowling and Southeast Polk for the second time in a girl-boy doubleheader. Scott, welcome.
Thank you. Field house or gymnasium tonight?
Gymnasium.
All right, good.
We did get that answer. They're all the same.
All right.
Just different acronyms. But, hey, it's we're in a gym. It's a newer gym. As I was telling you, Valley has the oldest gym in probably the metro as far as the larger schools. Built back in the 60s, maybe even the 70s, but that is, they called it a field house then. Yep. But everything else, the gym, including right out here at Southeast Polk High, we're right behind the scorer's table, but about 15 rows up on the track. So you might have some people running by you every once in a while. So,
yeah, as long as they don't bump us, I think we'll be okay.
Well, we're away from the wall, so we should be good. But, yeah, Dowling and Southeast Polk for the second time this season. Dowling winning the first time right before Christmas break, 63-41 back at the Dowling Gym, and the Maroons come in with a record of 12-4, ranked third in the state. Southeast Polk 8-7, and the Rams have won 2 in a row, but before that winning streak, they had lost 3 of their last 5 games, and they come in with a record of 8-7, ranked 11th in the Class 5A, and that's very important because we're going to hit another, I think it's a week from this Wednesday, so about 2 weeks away from when the girls' regional pairings will go out, and they follow the rankings. They rank the teams, and 1 versus 8 and stuff like that. So very important with the rest of the way. But I'll tell you what, strength of schedule in the Metro, top flight, because whether you're a team around 500 or a team like Johnson undefeated, you're probably going to get a pretty good seeding based on your strength of schedule.
Yeah, this conference, we've talked about it so many times, is very solid. I mean, we can say this, but Coach Meyer wouldn't say this. I feel like, or at least she wouldn't say it to the girls, I feel like Dowling's kind of insulated in that 3 spot right now, as long as they don't have any bad trips along the way. They need to keep winning here, but I mean, they've beaten the number 4 team twice already, and everybody below them, I believe, they've handled. So they need to keep that insulation, so to speak, and maybe they could jump up to 2. I don't think anybody's going to beat Johnson out for number 1, but staying that 2-3 probably doesn't make that big of a difference as to seeding. You're on the opposite side from Johnson and get to own that part of the bracket, if you will. So it's exciting times for Dowling to push through.
Yeah, Johnston, Davenport North, and Dowling 1, 2, and 3 in the rankings that came out yesterday. Waukee and Ankeny Centennial, number 4 and 5. 6th is Pleasant Valley, the defending state champs in 5A. 7th is Cedar Falls. 8th is Cedar Rapids Prairie. And those are the top 8, which are all number 1 seeds. And then you go 9 through 15. Ankeny, Waukee Northwest, Southeast Polk, Sioux City East, West Des Moines Valley, Sioux City West, and Iowa City West round out the top teams in Class 5A. And yes, it'll be 1 versus 16. We don't have a 16th team in here. 2 versus 15 and 3 versus 14, which will put Dowling right now facing Sioux City West if the brackets were drawn today.
Right, and then, I mean, again, they probably put themselves in that 2-3 area for good, as long as they don't have like any kind of a losing streak here. Tonight's it's always tough to come over to Southeast Polk. They always provide good resistance, a good defensive effort, and they're very quick, especially Hens, who is known for getting a lot of steals, making it hard on the ball handler. Be an interesting matchup tonight, and except for last night, Dowling struggled recently with turnovers, so that could make it interesting.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, as we always do, and the Maroons, nothing's changed in a night. Dowling coming off with a win that you heard here on Iowa Catholic Radio, as the Maroons defeated 13th ranked Valley here on Iowa Catholic Radio last night by the score of 50. That's not right. going to say 56-27. That is incorrect. It was 62-30. Dowling with the win over Valley. And I'll tell you what, the Maroons held Valley to single-digit scoring every quarter, allowing 7 points in the first, 9 in the second and third quarters, and allowing Valley just 5 points in the fourth, held them to almost a season-low 30 points. So good defense will always prevail. The scoring was about the same. Dowling lost the first game to Valley and scored about the same amount of points. They scored 62 last night. I think it was 54 in the loss the first time, 42 in the loss the first time. So, a little bit of a change there, but defense was very prevalent.
Right. Even in their loss to Johnston, their defense has been decent here. The main thing they've had a problem with is turnovers and getting off to a quick start in games. When Dowling's going well, we've said this a lot of times, the philosophy of getting the ball into the lane, getting lane touches on the drives, and opening up, drawing the defense and opening up for the kickouts, because Dowling's a very good three-point shooting team when they get the threes the way they want them. If they're just settling and jacking them up because they can, they're not a good three-point shooting team. But when they get it off the drive or off the fast break, they're very good at that, and that they need that to get the offense going and flowing in the way they want.
All right, we'll take a break here on the pregame show. Looks like we're going to start a little bit early. They have some in-between games festivities going on with their Hall of Fame here at Southeast Polk, so they're going to start the girls' game early since the JV boys, or the sophomore boys' game got over a little bit earlier. So we'll take our first 1-minute break alongside Scott Babinet. I'm Mark Amadale. Brady Grimm is our studio producer. We'll take a 1-minute break, bring starting lineups to you. Dowling and Southeast Polk here at the Southeast Polk Gym in Pleasant Hill on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk High School Gym here in Pleasant Hill alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. Friday night high school basketball. Well, we had Tuesday night high school basketball and Thursday night high school basketball. Make it 6 games in 4 days, and we're ready. Vocal cords I think they're warmed up by now, Scott.
They're great.
We're going to see some good basketball. Of course, we mentioned Dowling and Southeast Polk, the girls. Dowling coming in on a pretty good streak. They've won 10 out of 11 with the win last night over Valley. And again, Southeast Polk comes in. They've won 2 in a row, but the Rams, before that, included in that streak, they've lost 3 of 5. They defeated Urbandale Tuesday night 71-45. They did not play last night, so they might have a little bit fresher legs. They beat Ankeny in Ankeny last Friday 55-29, held the Hawkettes under 30 points. But before that, losses to Waukee Northwest, Ankeny, Centennial, and Johnson, all in the top 10. So, Southeast Polk, like other schools, plays the same schedule that Dowling does. Right. And not only play them once, you play them twice.
Right.
And they got caught up in that schedule. The Rams are 8-7 and ranked 11th under first-year head coach Brad Johnson. He was the head coach of Des Moines Christian for 10 years. So this is 11th year overall, but his first year replacing Tracy Daly, who's watching her daughter play basketball for Drake, and her son transferred from Arkansas State in football, going to enroll at UNI next year and play for the Panthers.
She's going to have quite the travel schedule, it sounds like.
She will. But she made it a little bit better by not having to make that trek to Arkansas every Saturday. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the visitors from Dowling Catholic, the Maroons come in with a record of 12-4, ranked 3rd in Class 5A, averaging 57 points on offense, giving up 44 points on defense. Head coach Kristen Meyer, 8th year, 137 wins, 53 losses at Dowling. assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. And the Maroons will start this lineup. At point guard, Ava Zedeker, one of the captains. 5'10 junior, averaging 18 points, leads the team averaging 4.5 assists and has 24 steals, which leads the team. And leads the team in made three-pointers with 38. Zedeker will wear 13. And the other guard is a captain, Layla Tritton, 5'8 junior, averaging 8 points. And she'll wear number 15. And the third guard is Katie Muller, 5'11 freshman, averaging 10 points, 3.5 rebounds, wearing number 11. At one forward, one of the captains, a tri-captain, Ellie Olson, 5'10 junior, and averaging 3.5 rebounds and assists. And she'll wear number 5. And at center, Ellie Muller, 6'1 sophomore, leads the team in block shots with 46 and rebounds, averaging 10.5, averages 12 points a contest. And Muller will wear number 23. So it'll be Katie Muller, Ava Zedeker, Layla Tritton, the three guards with Ellie Olson and Ellie Muller in the post. Off the bench, we'll see Basie Herndon, a 5'3 junior, and possibly Kaylee Klein, a 5'11 freshman. All right, now for the home team on the scoreboard, and that is the Southeast Polk Rams. And head coach Brad Johnson in his first year. The Rams are 8-7, ranked 11th. They've lost 3 of their last 5 games, but have won 2 in a row in that 5-game stretch. And they'll start at one guard, Zoe Hins, a 5'4 junior, averaging 9 points, wearing number 2. The other guard, Hallie Clark. Clark, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 3.5 points, wearing number 4. The third guard is one of the captains, Alyssa Bartlett, 5'6 junior, averaging 15.5 points, which leads the team, and 5 rebounds, which leads the team, and she'll wear number 12. And at one forward will be Anna Van Kooten, a 5'6 senior, averaging 2.5 rebounds and assists and 20 steals. She'll wear number 12. And the forward is Ava Solseth, 5'9 senior, averaging 11.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. And Hins, Clark, Bartlett, Van Kooten, and Solseth. Coach Johnson is assisted by Corey Borcherding, Joel Van Kooten, and James Reth. They come in averaging 56 points on offense, giving up 45 on defense. And we'll be back with the starting lineups after these messages.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gymnasium as we get set for game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader here on this Friday night. It's still melting here in central Iowa on this Friday, January 26th. Yeah, temperature in the mid-30s. Sun got out a little bit today. Still dealing with the fog at night and the freezing fog in the morning. But we're melting, and I understand 40s for temperatures next week. Unfortunately, we don't have any games next week other than Monday night's game, Dowling at Ankeny Centennial. That'll be our next broadcast. 6 o'clock, one game Monday night. It's a makeup game on the girls' side, Scott, not the boys. Boys will make theirs up the second Saturday in February. So just want to get that out there. Kind of an off week next week because every school has a bye week. Because you have a 9-team conference, and Dowling's bye week is next week with one game.
Just throw extra games in there. We do.
Well, I think we'll both need a break by then.
Maybe.
All right, we're about set for the tip-off, and Dowling and Southeast Polk. Solseth jumping up for Southeast Polk against Ellie Muller. Muller wins the tip. Tips in the backcourt, and Dowling left or right in front of us as we're underway. Maroons going left to right, south to north, in their all too familiar road uniforms. They try to lob it into Muller. Ball slapped around. She's triple teamed. Ellie picks it up. Leaves it for her sister Katie. She'll launch the three. Up good. 3-0 Dowling to start things off, but it didn't look pretty that time as Dowling gets the first points of the contest.
I'm glad it didn't look pretty because they got the basket. This is the first time in 4 games they didn't start the first possession with a turnover, so that's awesome.
They tried.
They did.
They converged on Muller, and the ball was slapped around. Now Hins for 3, and it's off the back iron for Southeast Polk. No good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they say it went off Alyssa Bartlett, and it'll be Dowling basketball. Zoe Hins, Hallie Clark, Alyssa Bartlett, Anna Van Kooten, and Eva Solsif, the 5 on the floor for Southeast Polk. And the Rams, a little 2-2-1 full court press. Dowling with Ellie Olson, Katie Moeller, Ava Zediker, Layla Tritton, and Ellie Moeller. Dowling breaking the press, gets across the timeline. Here's Katie with it. Now she's double teamed in the wrong spot. Gets it to Zediker. Ava with it. Skip pass over to Tritton. Dowling leading 3-0 as we start this contest. Now corner 3 by Zediker, up and good. Ava Zediker with her first 3 of the night, her 39th of the year, leads the team in made threes, and it's 6-0 Dowling.
If the Maroons will keep the ball out of the corners against that pressure, they'll be okay tonight.
There's a shot in the lane, no good with the left hand by Southeast Polk. Dowling comes away with the rebound, so 1 and done. Katie Muller for 3, up and good. Back-to-back threes for Katie. And the Maroons are raining threes. 9-0 Dowling to start the contest. 6:20 to go, first quarter.
And that's the threes they want, where they're driving towards the lane and getting the kickouts, where they're squared up and ready to they're shot ready.
Southeast Polk packing in the pass underneath the Solstice, and she couldn't handle the throw. A little too strong by Zoe Hins. Turnover against the Rams. We're gonna have a long night with that. Officials got to go chase the ball down. They don't have the underneath the basket, the end zone seats open tonight, so they got to go all the way down. Now backcourt foul on Hins. So Zoe with the first foul for Southeast Polk and the contest at 6:06 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, good attack by Dowling so far. They're getting the shots that they want, and this quick start now, they just need to keep building. Again, we've talked about this. Teams have been struggling. You need to put them away early if you can.
All right, here is Zediker on the right baseline. Her and Tritton play catch. Tritton now on the baseline. Gets it over to Zediker on the right side. Now dribbles down the lane. Stops. Finds Olsen, kicks it over in the corner for 3. Up and good. And who else? Katie Moeller. She's got 9 first quarter points and a full timeout by Southeast Polk. Will take it with them. With 5:43 to go here in the first quarter, 12-0 Dowling over Southeast Polk in this Class 5A Central Iowa Metro League Girls Contest on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're underway here in the first quarter out of the Southeast Polk timeout. A long 3 up and no good by the Rams. Rebound spun around and finally retrieved by Ellie Moeller. Outlet pass goes to Zediker. And now Dowling in the front court. Here's Zediker down the right side. Bounce pass to Tritton. Dribbles baseline. And the old pass and replace didn't work there. Rams had that well defended.
Yeah,
now a steal by Southeast Polk. Hins with the steal on that cross-court pass. That left it a little bit short. One of the rare turnovers for Dowling. Now underneath, reverse layup up, no good by Anna Van Kooten. And the rebound Dowling. And now the Maroons throw it away at the outlet pass to Layla Tritton. So hopefully you won't need that much space on your turnover column.
Right. You know, sorry I got caught up there. My throat just stopped. No, I mean, Dowling needs when they're going to play that zone, Dowling needs to shoot someone to the middle and reverse it that way rather than completely go cross court there. Hins is really quick. You draw that attention to center, and then it creates more space.
Whistle and a foul. Southeast Polk with the basketball. Foul on Ellie Olson of Dowling. That's the Maroons' first foul. So each team with a foul each. 4:40 left to go first quarter. Here at the Southeast Polk gym, Dowling out to a 12-0 lead. Rams with it as the shot clock is reset. Here's Van Kooten underneath. Bounce pass to Hins. Reverse layup partially blocked by Muller, and the ball rolls out of bounds. They say it went off the Southeast Polk player. To be Dowling basketball.
Yeah, Dowling's doing a good job of challenging things. Southeast Polk's got a couple of good looks there. They're just trying to reverse them up over their head, and that's not the normal shot that you're going to take, but they are getting some good looks, but Dowling overall is just executing real well on both ends.
Southeast Polk continues to press. Dowling breaks it. Here is a three-pointer by Zedeker that is good. That is her second three, and all 5 of Dowling's field goals have been three-pointers. 15-0 Maroons.
They're trying to make up for the poor three-point shooting last night, I think.
Now the Rams at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper no good by Alyssa Bartlett. Rebound goes out of bounds to Dowling. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. Appreciate them being alongside all season long. They include Fast Signs, Catholic Tuition Organization, good folks from Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Blessman International. Dowling with the ball. They break the press. Tritton with it. On the left side, here is Katie Muller. Now to Zedeker. Pull-up jumper left elbow. Up, no good. Maroons, 5 for 5 from threes and 0 for 1 from twos? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Right. Transition here is Southeast Polk. Three-pointer by Solseth, no good. Defensive rebound to Dowling and to Layla Tritton. And now Macy Harnden in the ball game for Dowling Catholic as the Maroons start their rotation with Olson on the bench. And now attacking the glass is Muller. Her shot up no good, drew the foul. And that'll be on Southeast Polk. On Maddie Maines, who's in the lineup. Off the bench, Maines, who started the first time these two teams played, but Hallie Clark has taken over that spot. And Muller now first free throw good.
I really like that aspect of what just happened there, Mark. Katie Muller's hit a couple threes, or 3 threes, right? And she didn't settle. She attacked the wide open lane. And you don't want to get into you could be shooting really well from the three-point line, but it can become fool's gold if you just think it's going to happen all night. So you need to attack.
And the second free throw no good for Katie Muller, a 31% free throw shooter for Dowling. Rebound Southeast Polk. Muller with 10 points to lead Dowling in scoring here in this first quarter. Now the Rams underneath, and a shot blocked by Dowling. Bartlett's shot blocked, but back into the hands of Southeast Polk. Bartlett has it, and the shot off the glass good, and mark it down. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Southeast Polk scores its first basket.
I thought they had a tradition. They stood up till they made a basket, you know?
16-2 Dowling. As Maroons led by as many as 16 in this first quarter, but the Rams answer the drought. And now a long three, up and good, and Katie Muller is feeling it. I'm running out of space for her points. That is 13 points for Muller.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job.
What
can you say?
With another three. Well, the first were over in the right corner, right wing. This one was from the left wing. Underneath, a shot rolls off the rim by Solseth, no good. Rebound Dowling. Outlet pass to Zedeker. She's double teamed at half court. Now down the lane she goes. Shot up and left it short. Rebound Solseth and Southeast Polk. The other way we go. Rams running. Morgan Reese in there now for the Rams. She and Maddie Maines, the first rotation off Coach Johnson's bench. Now underneath is Hallie Clark. Her shot up, no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Katie Muller. Leaves it for Tritton. Tritton gets it over to Muller. Fakes the three. And now dribbles baseline. Cut off nicely that time by Bartlett. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Zedeker. Right side, they skip the pass. Ava, pull-up jumper from 15 feet, right wing, good.
Finally, the twos went for them.
8 points for Zedeker. And now Rams get it underneath, and a shot with the left hand good by Maddie Maines.
Yeah, Katie got a little lost on defense there. Took her eye off the girl she was guarding. And the back cut was right there for them.
Now, ball gets tipped out of bounds, and now another substitution. Ellie Muller will check out, and Ellie Olsen will check in. One Ellie for another. Dowling with the ball. And here is Macy Harnden. She'll run the point. Tries to lob it into Olsen. It's stolen away by Southeast Polk. This is Bartlett with it in the lane. Shot up and no good. Rebound Dowling. Katie Muller with the rebound. Katie's at 5'11", but listed as a guard. Now the ball poked away, and we got a foul on Southeast Polk with a reach in.
Yeah, Dowling just, for all the good things that's happened for him right now with the shooting aspect of it, the ball movement could be a little bit crisper, a little less turnovers, 4 turnovers so far, I believe. Not a lot to complain about, but the ones they're having are kind of unnecessary.
And the Maroons have been rotating their starters, so you're going to have to, whoever's coming in off the bench has to pick that up, and that's timing and the flow of the game. 21-4 Dowling here in the first quarter. Underneath Zedeker with the left hand. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Morgan Reese and Southeast Polk. Reese, a 5'10 senior, coming in off the bench. Now a long three by Maddie Maines. Up and good. Maines with her 18th three of the year for the Rams, and it's 21-7. No, it's not football. 21-7 Dowling here in the first quarter of the girls' game with 25 seconds remaining. Shot clock off as the first quarter about to come to an end. Dowling will pull the ball out. Zedeker between the circles.
And this is a nice little matchup, Bartlett versus Zedeker, two best players on each team. And we see that a lot in the CIML, the two best players going at each other, both offense and defense.
Here's Zedeker for a long three. Good! This time from the left wing. Ava Zedeker with 11 first quarter points. Now shot at the buzzer, no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Southeast Polk Gym. The score, Dowling Catholic 24, Southeast Polk 7. Alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale will return with the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One has convenient locations right in your neighborhood. From unexpected illnesses to regular checkups, Mercy One is here for you. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinett as we get set for the second quarter. Dowling leading 24-7. Southeast Polk did not attempt any free throws in the first quarter. Dowling went 1 for 2. Scott, you got to look at some of the other numbers. We're underway. Never mind. Long three up and good right away. Alyssa Bartlett with her second three of the night. She has 6 points to lead the Rams. It's 24-10 Dowling.
Coming into this quarter now, get good offensive possessions, keep building this lead.
Rams in a zone, just like kind of a matchup zone. Skip pass over to Tritton left wing. Stops. Burns trying to, no need to dribble unless you're going to the basket. Playing it well. Now Tritton does go to the basket, cut off on the baseline. Finds Muller, her shot off balance, no good. Gets her own rebound and dribbles out of it in a brand new shot clock. Zedeker for three, good! Zedeker is feeling it. That is her fourth three of the half. She's got 14 points. And she takes the scoring lead. Katie Muller with 13 points to lead Dowling.
Those two are, would you believe me if I said they're 8 for 8 from three-point range tonight?
Unbelievable. 27-10 Dowling. Maroons have their largest lead of 17 points here in the first half. Rams with it, and they lose the ball out of bounds as Van Kooten couldn't handle it. Right in front of the Dowling bench, which is to our left. But we are not courtside tonight. We're up here on the track. These are about
it's a different view from earlier this week.
15 rows up, maybe or so, something like that.
Yep.
I appreciate all the folks here at Southeast Polk High School. Did a great job getting this set up. David Morris, part of the IT group here, and We're rocking and rolling. Here is Ellie Moeller underneath. She's double teamed. And the ball is slapped out of bounds. Off of Southeast Polk. Brad Johnson said, hey, didn't that go off Muller's knee?
I thought it might have, actually.
But we're up here. They are down there. They being the striped shirts officials. We appreciate having them tonight. Here's Zediker with it for Dowling with 15 on the shot clock. In the corner to Katie Moeller. Ellie Olson in there. She has the ball top of the key. Ellie down the lane. Turns, spins, won't shoot it. Leaves it for Tritton. Layla with it. Leaves it for Katie Moeller. 1 on the shot clock, and there's going to be a shot clock violation. They'll wipe out the basket. It did go in from the left elbow, but Dowling with a turnover on the shot clock violation.
You want those quick stats?
Yeah, if you can put them in there. Sure.
Dowling 8 for 11 in the first quarter, 7 for 7 from 3. 1 for 2 from the line, 11 rebounds, none offensive.
Basket by Alyssa Bartlett. Go ahead.
And 4 turnovers. For Southeast Polk, they were 3 for 14, 1 for 4 from 3, 0 for 0 from the line, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover.
All right, 27-12 Dowling, 5:45 to go first quarter. Long 3 by Katie Moeller is good. She has 16 points. The Maroons are just lighting it up from 3. I'm going to need more space, I think. 5 threes for Katie Moeller, 4 for Zediker. Now Southeast Polk three-pointer top of the key. It's no good. Rebound Tritton. Outlet pass goes to Zediker. Down court to Ellie Olson. Reverse layup up. Good! The Maroons beat him down court, and Ellie Olson, somebody other than the Moeller and Zediker scoring for Dowling.
Olson's a little slow in this last few games. She's been putting more points up in the first quarter. She waited a little bit.
32-12. Dowling by 20. Their largest lead here in the first half. Now traveling on Southeast Polk as a post player, Anna Van Kooten. Changed her pivot foot down there in the right block.
And Olson did a great job of moving her feet and stopping the drive and then forcing the extra step there. So Ellie does a lot of great things for Dowling, especially in the defensive end, and her offense has come along nicely these last few games, so that's a good addition for her.
Number 11 Southeast Polk, number 3 Dowling Catholic. Matchup here in Class 5A and the Central Iowa Metro League. 32-12 Dowling. Maroons have the ball. 15 on the shot clock, and their offense is set. They go left to right in front of us. Down the lane. Thanks shot off the glass good by Ava Zediker. And between Zediker and Katie Moeller, there's only been two two-pointers tonight between the two of them. Now Zediker with 16 points.
Yes. Both of them 16, right? Yes.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
Now a long 3 by Southeast Polk. No good from the top of the key. That's Solsif with the miss and a whistle and a foul on Dowling, and it'll be on Ellie Olson with her second. That'll get Tritton back into the lineup, and Ellie will sit down. Olson sits down. Tritton comes back in, joining Macy Harnden off the bench, who's in that rotation now for the Maroons. Now we've got a full timeout with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. Our score, Dowling 34, Southeast Polk 12, alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadeo on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Faith Check with Greg Ewell on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
A trip to the doctor's office can be a scary thing, but it's often necessary to go there to get the healing and treatment that we need. Likewise, going to the confessional can be intimidating, but it's often the very thing that we need to get us back on the pathway to the Lord. While we should always privately repent of our sins to God, Jesus instituted the sacrament of reconciliation or penance for our own good. Statistics show that Catholic populations have historically had lower rates of suicide and depression than non-Catholics, and many psychologists attribute this directly to the healthy practice of vocally confessing one's sins. Few things can be as liberating as getting all of the junk from our lives out there on the table. The priest stands as Christ's representative, whose words of absolution, "I forgive you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit," act as a sweet healing balm upon our souls. Priests are not there to scold you, but to offer healing and a fresh start. So be not afraid. Come unload your burdens before the Lord in confession today. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
And we're back here at the Southeast Polk Gym out of the timeout, 34-12. Dowling with the lead over the Rams with 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter in this CIML doubleheader. We'll have the boys' game to follow here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Rams with it. They have 15 on the shot clock. Right wing is Van Kooten. Leaves it for Hins. Underneath she goes. Her reverse pass stolen away by Zedeker. Pass intended for Bartlett. Zedeker now stopped in the backcourt. Gets to Harnden. And Dowling now. Here's Katie Muller for three. It's off the back iron, no good, but offensive rebound Dowling and Zedeker. So the Maroons will get a brand new shot clock, leading by 22, their largest lead here in the first half. They lob it inside. Harnden does to Muller. Her shot up and good. And that's Ellie Muller with her first basket. And getting shaken up that time was Anna Van Kooten. She got a little too close to Muller's elbow, I thought, as she came down. And now underneath, shot blocked. Solstad has her shot blocked by Muller. That's Ellie Muller with the block.
And again, Ellie's so good at that. If you give her the space to reach out there and block, she times that every time, it seems like.
Substitution for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons go to their bench as Rams inbound the ball, as they get it to Margaret Johnson, who's now in there for the Rams, number 32 for the first time tonight. Over to Solseth.
You really like the defensive pressure Dowling's putting on there. They're staying in front and contesting everything tonight and just doing a great job moving their feet.
Kaylee Klein in the lineup for Dowling, number 21, 5'11 freshman. Once again, down the lane, a shot is blocked out of bounds by a combination of Klein and Ellie Olson. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for Southeast Polk as we're under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Rams inbound it. They reverse the ball. Maines gets it over in the corner. Now getting loose is Bartlett, and they're going to wipe off the shot, even if it didn't go in, which it didn't, and it'll be a shot clock violations. That's the second one we've seen tonight.
And add, 4 from yesterday? Or earlier this week?
No, you're losing track of days. It was last night.
Last night.
At the field house.
Yes.
At the field house, we had 4 shot clock violations.
Which is also gymnasium.
Acronym, yes. Our man Brady Grimm on the board had time to use that thing called Google and found out that it's the same.
Yes.
Arena. Fieldhouse gym. Corner three up and good as Kaylee Klein with her fourth three of the year. Now we've got a turnover in the backcourt. It was Dowling basket hanging again. I saw the Johnston boys do that last night. Or the Valley boys do that a little bit last night. And Maroons force a turnover. Yes, they do. 39-12 Dowling. 27-point lead for the Maroons, their largest of the night. Here's Zedeker with it against the zone of Southeast Polk. Up top it goes to Klein, and we've got a double dribble on Kaylee Klein. It'll be turnover back to Dowling as Ellie Olson and Katie Muller re-enter the ball game, replacing Ellie Muller and Ava Zedeker with 2 minutes to play here in the half.
Yeah, and Mark, all you can do is appreciate this shooting display the Maroons have put on. It's just amazing. You don't get to see this very often, and when you do, you just have to appreciate it so much.
As a coach, you got to be very proud. Here's Reese, 15-footer left wing, no good. Rebound Dowling. Kaylee Klein with the rebound. Gets it out to Ellie Olson. Down to Muller, left wing. Maroons work the left side, and zone for Southeast Polk. They're not following the Cutters. Top of the key is Katie Muller. 15 on the shot clock. In the corner it goes. A long three up and no good by Klein. Rebound out to Southeast Polk. Rams running. This is Bartlett with it in the lane. Kicks it out to Van Kooten for three. Good. Anna Van Kooten, her dad, the assistant coach for Southeast Polk, Joel Van Kooten, hits the three from the right wing, and now we've got over and back on Dowling while Katie Muller had the possession, turnover against the Maroons with 65 seconds left to go in the first half.
And that's a good job by Bartlett, just putting the pressure on. She knows Zedeker's out right now, and so we're going to pressure the freshman guard there and see if we can get some turnovers and get some positive energy going back for them.
All right, the Rams with the basketball, trying to cut into this 24-point lead by Southeast Polk. Underneath, a shot up and good by Alyssa Bartlett. The basket will count and a foul on Dowling. And they'll get Ellie Olson with her third foul. And Olson will check out and Ellie Muller back in. Who's this guy? Do we know each other?
He's coming ready.
Yeah, he's ready to go. And the free throw good by the Rams. And that's Bartlett completing the three-point play, and she's got 10 points. First Ram player to be in double figures. Dowling with a turnover with 51 seconds to play. Oh, you don't want him on the air now.
Oh, man. He might have some pointers.
I endured that at Grandview. He actually did a really good job. He had a little bit of that Wisconsin talk in him, but he was all right.
I went to college in Wisconsin, Mark.
Well, I'll keep you in my prayers, too. My goodness. Ball goes out of bounds. Southeast Polk can't handle the pass, so Dowling will have the ball with 40 seconds remaining. In the first half, 35 in the shot clock, so the Rams will get the ball again. Let's see if they go zone or man here. They're matching up zone. 39-18, Dowling underneath Muller. Her shot up and good. Ellie with the basket on the left block, and she's fouled, and she'll get an and one here, potential. Solsa picks up the foul. That's her first. With 27 seconds to go, Dowling 41, Southeast Polk 18. Ellie Muller, a chance for an and one. 53% free throw shooter. It's no good. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Dowling 41, Southeast Polk 18. We'll be joined by Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, who found his way up here to where we're at tonight on the track above everybody else. In the lane is Bartlett. Her shot no good. Rebound Olsen. Outlet pass to Zedeker. 2 seconds remaining. Ava, top of the key for three at the horn. It's no good. And we go into halftime with Dowling leading 41-18 over Southeast Polk as we come to the end of the first half at Southeast Polk High School. Alongside Scott Babinette, Mark Hemmerdale. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with our halftime guest. Dowling Catholic boys basketball coach Justin Einertson will join us to preview the boys game. Halftime of the girls game, Dowling 41, Southeast Polk 18 on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym alongside Scott Babinette, Mark Hemmerdale. Halftime of the girls contest. Dowling girls leading 41-18, a battle of number 3 versus number 11 in Class 5A. Joined now by the Dowling boys basketball coach, and that's Justin Einertson. Hey, we just got done talking to you last night, didn't we? Oh, we were at the field house. Now we're at a gym. And
now we know the difference.
We got the difference. You know, there is no difference, we find out, apparently. But, Coach, thanks for joining us. And, hey, what a week it's been. Been an exciting week. I know nice to get a victory, and I think tonight those kids, I think, in that locker room are going to be hunting for a victory tonight on this floor after this girls' game.
Yeah, we were calling around trying to get a game scheduled tomorrow because we know idle hands. We want to keep you busy, Mark. But no, it's been a busy week, obviously, especially when you have Tuesday night, Thursday night. That's tough. But our guys have been pretty resilient. They are definitely hungry. We had a film session during homeroom today, and spirits were high. So everybody's excited about the schedule coming up, and really excited about this opportunity tonight.
Well, that's great. And, it's always an opportunity. Anytime you play in the CIML, you know how balanced this league is. And whether you're a good team, you're never going to know until the postseason how good you really are. And you might be in the middle of the pack, which I think Dowling and Southeast Polk are, facing the big dogs. But I think you got some nice things to remind your kids about. The win over Ankeny, Centennial earlier. The win at Waukee hasn't been done in years. Snapping a 10-year cycle. I think it's a 13-game losing streak. There's a lot of positive things, but that bar is set, and they can't go below the bar where you've already had it set.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, 6 of our losses are against the top 10 ranked teams. The new rankings came out today, and the other 2 are to Johnston, who's probably 11th. So, you got to take advantage of the opportunities that you have, whether it's against the top 10 or not. And, we're through that part of the season now, and we're going to play some teams that are where we are below, and got to get them all. It's pretty much that simple. Got to get every single one of them. Visit
with Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, previewing their game tonight against Southeast Polk. Earlier this year, Dowling with a win against Southeast Polk back at your place. Close game. It was in a lower scoring game.
Yep.
Well, ugly, but I thought defensive game.
Right.
Your offensive coaches.
We might have given up 1 bucket in the fourth quarter, so that was positive. I just remember we were down 16 at one point.
Yes, you were.
Really had to rally back and use that on the did it on the defensive end. So that actually was a booster for us because we've had a couple of games like that now where our defense was able to take it when our offense wasn't that reliable. So hopefully we can remember those lessons and use them tonight.
So, Coach, last time you played him, I got the privilege of being on the call with Mark for that game, and we talked about it. And I know that Goodman was a focus of the scouting report. I'm sure that's true tonight. And I think you did a great job on him for the most part.
Yep.
Got his points late, but early on it's foul trouble. So that's written in the scouting report, I'm sure, tonight get him in foul trouble?
Yeah, I mean, we need to get somebody in this conference to call fouls for us. But that's been another issue. But
I can relate to that.
He's averaging 35% of their shots, which is the same as Caitlin Clark is for Iowa. So it's kind of an unheard of number in high school, especially in boys basketball. So yeah, I mean, he's basically your whole scouting report. It's what happens when you eliminate him. So I'm sure they'll have some wrinkles in for us, but I think it's pretty clear how to guard him, and we'll do what most other teams are doing and try to take him out of it.
Visit with Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach tonight. What do you expect out of your kids? Ryan Kleppe last night held to 1 free throw and no field goals, and that's something that I know you've got stuff run for him and Metten and the rest of the guys. But when you have all of your players getting close to double figures, that's what you want to see out of a starting lineup. And I know that's not always possible, but the Tigers last night, I think, had 4 of their 5 in double figures. What's the goal tonight? And obviously get Ryan back on, get him back on track.
Just want to win every quarter. That's our main goal. We expect guys to kind of show up and maybe not get as many touches. The thing that was frustrating is Ryan got quite a few touches yesterday and just couldn't get it going. But it's no different than on Tuesday where Joey and Joe combined for 4 points. And, yesterday I think they both had 15. So in this system, you'll see ebbs and flows, and you just got to stay with it. And, at your best, you're going to have 4 or 5 guys in double figures. And we were close to at our best on the offensive end. We had we had a minute in the end of the third where we turned it over 3 times in the last minute and turned into a 7-1 run. And then we had our first minute of the fourth that was pretty similar. If you take those out, we probably win.
You look at Southeast Polk lineup tonight, basically a 4-guard offense with Barton at 6'3", their so-called post, but a lot of 5'11 guys, 4 or 5'11 guys starting, and led by Bodie Goodman, who's one of the outstanding shooters in the conference, averaging just under 23 points.
Yeah, you actually don't see many lineups like this in 4A. So they go Bodie, who takes the majority of their shots, and Schaefer, who's a true guard, and then the rest of the guys, you could argue, due to the shots they take, they're more interior players. So it's something that it's not very modern, but it's definitely tough to match up with because it's so unique. And Barton is about as good as anybody we play down low. He's extremely, extremely skilled. He's a big, strong kid. So the key is just get those guys to run a little bit. They are a little bit bigger, a little boxier. So we want to make sure that we're making them sprint the floor all night long.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you stopping up here for seems like forever this week. We've talked it, which has all been good, by the way.
Great.
I don't care what Babinet says. But we look forward to talking to you at the end of the game on this Friday night. And I know it's Monday. We've got 2 games going on at once. The Dowling girls up at Yankee Centennial for their makeup game with Centennial. And you're taking on Des Moines Hoover Monday night. So we'll be exchanging scores as we're up at the Centennial gym.
All right, cool.
So look forward to talking tonight. You bet. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Justin Anderson, the Dowling boys basketball coach, joined us here at halftime. Our halftime score, Dowling girls leading Southeast Polk 41-18 alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale. We'll return after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Do you have trouble with some of the teachings of the church? Well, I have good news for you. I am Father Thomas J. Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. In a sense, the church has no teachings. It is God who has the teachings. It is God who created the divine order of things, and the church simply points to that order and says, be honest to that order and you will be happy. The why behind what the church says about any moral issue has to do with whether or not we are telling a truth or telling a lie with the language of our bodies. If we are honest with the language of our body, we'll be holy and therefore happy. Being dishonest with the language of our bodies results in hurt and therefore unhappiness. Almighty God and the church want us all to be happy. Having a problem with church teachings really means having a problem with God and of not understanding the theology of the body. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
And we're back here at Southeast Polk High School, halftime of the girls contest. Dowling girls leading 41-18 here at halftime. About ready to start the second half, and they will. So it'll be Dowling switching baskets. The Maroons go right to left, north to south. The Maroons wearing their road maroon uniforms, gray trim. Little high-low. Olsen underneath to Ellie Muller. Layup good from the right side. And Ellie Muller with her 6-point on the night. And Ellie Olsen with the assist from the high-low.
Good offense there to start the quarter, coming out of the locker room.
Now turnover by Southeast Polk. Here's a steal in the backcourt by Katie Muller. Out to Zediker. 43-18. Maroons have led by as many as 27 in the first half.
It looks like matchup zone for Southeast Polk.
Yeah, they ended the half that way, and the ball got tipped out of bounds. They say it went off of Muller. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball on the Dowling turnover. Get our halftime stats here as we get a moment.
I feel like Ellie thought, much like Hins thought it was off Ellie in the first half, I think Ellie thought it was off the Southeast Polk player in that one.
Yeah, that's you never know what they're going to be called, and you're always surprised when it is. Long three in and good. Anna Van Kooten with her first three of the night. Van Kooten and Margaret Johnson was credited with the three-pointer earlier by Southeast Polk, and now here's Olsen with it as Dowling breaks the man-to-man pressure in the backcourt. Rams look like they're back to man-to-man. There's Katie Muller driving against Hins.
The good thing either way, if they're playing a matchup or playing man, Dowling can still run their offense.
Katie Muller with it. 7 on the shot clock. Guarded by Hins. Top of the key. In the corner it goes to Olsen. Kicks it back out. It's stolen away. Stolen away by Southeast Polk. An uncontested layup is good by Alyssa Bartlett. She's got 12 points.
And these are things that you come out of the locker room, your team had a great first half. You want them to come out and execute and put the game away. Don't let the other team stay in here.
Ellie Olsen misses the layup, and the offensive rebound on the weak side by her sister, Katie. Now Zediker underneath. Her shot up and good, as she's been battled by Hins all night. And Zediker with 18 points leads Dowling in scoring, as she and Katie Muller were the leading scorers for the Maroons in the first half.
It was a good little tip control there. Looked like she lost it, tipped it herself in the basket.
In the lane, a shot no good by Hallie Clark. Rebound Dowling. The other way we go. Layup no good by Tritton with the left hand. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk. 45-23 Dowling. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Third quarter, from the Southeast Polk gym here in Pleasant Hill, Iowa. Now with the basketball is Van Kooten. Gets it over to Bartlett. Dribbles in. Her shot off the glass, no good. And a foul on Dowling. They'll get Katie Muller for the foul, I believe. And Scott Babinet, you got to look at the first half statistics as Ellie Olson whistled for her 4th foul.
Yeah, in the first half, Dowling shot 15 for 22 from the field, 10 of 13 from three-point line, which is remarkable. 1 for 3 from the free throw line, 17 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, and 8 turnovers. For Southeast Polk, they were 7 for 25 from the field, 3 for 9 from 3, 1 for 1 from the line, 7 rebounds, 3 offensive, and 4 turnovers.
First free throw good by Solseth, who was held scoreless in the first half. Second free throw rolls around and falls through. So Eva Solseth, averaging 11.5 points, has 2 points tonight. And it's 45-25. Dowling's lead is 20. Now three-pointer no good by Zedeker, and a loose ball foul called on Ellie Olson. Ellie Muller with her first foul. Dowling was 1 for 1 at the free throw line in the first half. Southeast Polk 1 for 3. Rams with the basketball, trying to cut into this 20-point Dowling lead. And Hallie Clark does. Three-pointer from the right wing is good.
And they're just looking for something to get them rolling. Now they're going to press and see if they can cause some more turnovers by the Maroons. And the Maroons just have to attack this.
Macy Harnden in the lineup. Here's Tritton for 3 in the corner. Good. Corner 3 right wing. Layla Tritton with her first 3 points. She was held scoreless in the first half. And Dowling leads at 48-28. So both teams exchange threes. A long 3, no good by Bartlett. And a loose ball foul as Dowling with the rebound and Macy Harnden. Foul on the Rams. It'll be on Zoe Hins, her second.
Yeah, Harnden was strong with the ball there, trying to turn away and got grabbed there.
Full court pressure by Southeast Polk. Looks to be man-to-man. They're trying to trap when they can. Maroons get it across the timeline. Muller inside the Tritton. So back out to Zedeker. Now they rotate it to the left wing to Tritton. Now back to Zedeker, top of the key, guarded by Hins. Ava dribbles in the lane, leaves it for Tritton. Now back out to Zedeker. Good recovery that time by Hins. 10 on the shot clock. Zedeker in the lane, loses her footing. It's stolen away by Bartlett. Down the lane, layup no good. Rebound Bartlett, put back up, good. Alyssa Bartlett with the offensive rebound and put back. And she's got 14 points to lead Southeast Polk.
Yeah, and Southeast Polk's really battling here to get back into this game. I think they win this quarter 12-7 right now.
Thus far, 48-30 is our score. The Dowling lead is 18. He's had it up to 27. Middle of the second quarter. Here's a three-pointer, good by Katie Muller. That is her 5th 3 of the night. She's got 19 points. And she leads Dowling in scoring. Zedeker with 18. 51-30 Dowling. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Rams with Van Kooten, top of the key, coming off a ball screen. Dribble handoff to Bartlett. Can't get the shot off and turns it over. Muller comes away with it. That's Ellie with it. Outlet pass to Zedeker. Pass in the corner to Tritton, and she throws it away. What did you say the turnovers were earlier there, Mr. Babinet?
Well, that's the 4th one this quarter.
Timeout on the court. We'll keep it here. 30-second timeout here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And time now for our Dowling Catholic High School Activities Spotlight. Congratulations to January's recipient, Zeb Fitzgerald, Dowling Catholic Class of 2024. For being a recognized witness to the very best of faith, academics, and student activities. And you can hear Zeb's interview with John Leonetti on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting Iowa Catholic Radio podcast page at iowacatholicradio.com. That interview was on Tuesday, January 16th. And thank you to our sponsor for Dowling Catholic High School's Activity Spotlight, Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. And congratulations, Zeb Fitzgerald. He's also part of the 2024 Dowling Winter Formal Court. All right, back out of the timeout. Southeast Polk with the ball. Three-pointer good by Alyssa Bartlett. Bartlett with 17 points. That's her third three of the night. And it's 51-33 Dowling. Pressure in the backcourt by the Rams. And a whistle and a foul on Bartlett as she got next to Ellie Muller a little too closely. That'll be her first foul. And second team foul on the Rams here in the third quarter. Dowling also with 2 fouls, Scott.
Yeah, and that I want to say is a great timeout call by Coach Meyer. They're turning that ball over like that is not acceptable, and you're not just coaching this game, you're coaching for the future, and the turnovers need to come down for Dowling.
Here's Katie Muller, gets loose. She goes right around Hallie Clark for the layup. That's good. 21 points now for Muller. And it's 53-33, Dowling by 20. And Van Kooten with the basket. That is her 5th point on that field goal. Pressure in the backcourt by the Rams. They're pressing no matter what. They get in the front court to Muller. Now back out to Zediker. Over to Katie Muller. Ball deflects off of Katie Muller's knee. Retrieves it at half court. 15 on the shot clock.
The one thing that pressure that Southeast Polk really can't match up with is Ellie Muller's size. That Dowling could get her the ball in the middle and attack off wings if they wanted to.
Here's Harnden's pass, and Tritton already cut to the basket, and turnover against Dowling, so an empty possession for the Maroons with 1:20 to play in the third quarter. 53-35. Third-ranked Dowling leading Southeast Polk in this Class 5A girls contest in the Central Iowa Metro League on this Friday night. And it'll be Southeast Polk basketball. Rams with it. Van Kooten. Dowling stays man-to-man. They get it inside to Bartlett. Her shot hits the underside of the backboard, guarded by Katie Muller. Rebound Harnden. She's double-teamed the backcourt. Gets it to Muller. Katie with it in the front court as Dowling breaks the press.
I think people get surprised by the length of Katie Muller as well. She just put her arm up there late and blocked that one.
Katie coming off a ball screen by her sister, Ellie. Her shot no good, but the putback up and in as Ellie Muller rolled to the basket, followed the play, and got an offensive rebound and putback. She has 8 points here, Scott.
Yeah, that's good follow-up. And again, they don't really have a matchup for Ellie Muller inside.
Now a long three by Southeast Polk in transition. It's no good, and a loose ball foul on the Rams. And they're going to call it on Dowling.
Tritton.
Okay, Layla picks up the foul. They were both battling. Layla with her first foul.
Yeah, she just got to that box out a little too late and kind of rode her down the lane a little bit, I think, is what they're calling.
So Rams will inbound the ball with 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Now we got a holding foul on Dowling. That'll be on Macy Harnden, her first, with 25 seconds to play. And Maroons had some fouls to give. Now they don't.
We're getting close to that bonus mark.
Only 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Then we start with 0 in the fourth on fouls.
It could happen.
That's right. All right, here's Southeast Polk with the ball. They inbound it. Here's Maddie Maines, who's back in the lineup. In the lane, her shot off the glass too strong. Rebound, Ellie Muller. Pressure in the backcourt by Southeast Polk as we have 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Dowling with the ball. Shot clock off. Here's Katie Muller, right side. Dribble drives, leaves it for Tritton. Layla for a corner three. Good from the right baseline. And Tritton with a pair of threes here in the third quarter now has 6 points. We've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling 58, Southeast Polk 35, alongside Scott Babinet. Mark Amadale will return to the Southeast Polk gym after this 1 minute break for the fourth quarter on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Why can't priests get married? Did you know that an ordination shares a lot of similarity with a wedding? The rituals, the vows, even the speak now or forever hold your peace. Why all this similarity? Because he's getting married. His bride is the Catholic Church, and he promises his life to her, just as Christ, the true bridegroom, has done from all eternity. Now, yes, it is possible to have an earthly bride and a heavenly bride, but since the heavenly bride always has to come first, it can be really hard on even the saintliest earthly bride. That's why for the past 1,000 years, the Church has echoed St. Paul's words when he said to early priests, "An unmarried man is anxious about the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But a married man is anxious about the things of the world, how he may please his wife, and he is divided." So, why can't priests get married? Well, because they already are. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And we're back here at the Southeast Polk Gym. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette. Game one of our girl-boy doubleheader. Jimmy Cataldo will join us for the boys game. As Southeast Polk with the basketball first. Here is Bartlett down the lane. Her shot no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Dowling with 21 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Other games going on tonight. Johnson is at Ankeny Centennial. Waukee Northwest at Ankeny. Waukee at Urbandale. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders in the CIML. And Valley, girls and boys have the night off. Bartlett for three, it's no good. Ellie Olson playing with 4 fouls back in. Pressure in the backcourt and a foul on Southeast Polk. And Scott, you have a look at some of the statistics through 3 quarters.
Yeah, in the third quarter is 17-17 on the scoreboard there. 7 for 11 from the field by Dowling, 3 for 4 from 3. No free throws, 7 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 5 turnovers. For the Rams, they were 6 for 13 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 1 offensive, and 1 turnover.
Ellie Muller for 3, it's good. She has 11 points tonight, and that is her 8th three-pointer of the year for the 6'1 sophomore. 61-35 Dowling. The Maroons and Rams played to a 17-17 tie in that third quarter. Southeast Polk trailing here as we're under 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Again, we'll have the boys game in Iowa Catholic Radio. Here's a steal by Ellie Olson in the backcourt. In the backcourt now for Dowling. Now she dribbles out of it, and Maroons in the front court with Katie Muller. Also in there for Dowling Catholic is Maddie Rice. Rice nearly had Tritton now with it, nearly had the ball stolen away from her. Back to Klein for 3, good. Kaylee Klein, right corner 3 is good, and that is her 6th point of the night, and that is her 5th 3 of the year.
They would never lose if they shot this one 3.
It's just amazing. I need a calculator to add all the 3s. But, hey, you take what they give you. The defense gives you, and Dowling has tonight. There's a shot no good by the Rams. Dowling with the rebound. Katie Muller in the front court.
But it's not only that, Mark. They're not forcing them, I mean, they're just natural. Last night I felt like there was a few forces. Tuesday I thought there was a few forces. Tonight,
well, how about the pass from Ellie Olson underneath to Ellie Muller? And Muller with the layup. She's got 13 points. And the assist from Ole. And now a whistle and a foul, and that's Bartlett, and she's all over the court. Foul on Dowling. Is that going to be Tritton?
Yes.
That'll be her second. First team foul for Dowling here in the fourth quarter. The Rams with one also. 5:48 to go. 66-35 Dowling. And the free throw by Bartlett, no good.
And Tritton's done a good job these last few games moving her feet on defense. The 2 fouls she's gotten to the second half, just a little slower on her feet there. Maybe the accumulation of 3 games in the week, but overall the defense has been tremendous this week for the Maroons.
I like the play of Kaylee Klein, another freshman off the bench for Dowling. She can give them some deep bench play down the road. Second free throw good by Bartlett. She now has 18 points for the Rams.
And they're going to need that. They need a little more off the bench than what they've been getting.
There's Katie Muller with it. Southeast Polk back to man-to-man. Katie down the lane. Lisa for Olson. Layup good. The assist to Katie Muller, and Ellie Olson with her 4th point. 68-36 Dowling. Runs a few points away from the running clock being in effect, and now ball tipped out of bounds, and they say Klein didn't get reestablished, and it'll be Southeast Polk basketball with 25 in the shot clock. They'll retain possession.
But now, because the three-point line has been so good to the Maroons tonight, now that it's opening up everything, and the drop-off passes for layups are there.
All right, Southeast Polk inbounds the ball. With it is Morgan Reese. Stolen away by Katie Muller. Gets it to Olsen. Pressure in the backcourt to Harnden. Macy across the timeline to Zedeker. In the corner it goes to Klein for three. It's no good. And the rebound Hins. And Southeast Polk. Zoe Hins back in the lineup. So it'll be Hins, Reese. Has a shot no good by Hins. Also in there for Southeast Polk, Eva Solseth. And now returning to the lineup, Margaret Johnson, who played briefly. She'll come in for Reese. Dowling a substitution. Maddie Rice will check in for Ava Zedeker with 4:53 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, Dowling 68, Southeast Polk 36. Rams will inbound the ball with a brand new shot clock. It's reset to 35. Hins on the lane, her shot up, no good. Rebound Dowling. Coming away with it is Rice. Now pressure in the backcourt. Rams very pesky, and now we got a reach-in foul on the Rams as Katie Muller hit the deck. And they'll get number 32 for Southeast Polk, Margaret Johnson, for her first foul. Second team foul on the Rams. Pressure in the backcourt. Man-to-man pressure. And Harnden dribbles across the timeline.
Good job getting the ball into the middle and then being able to dribble out of trouble.
Kind of that pesky press that you just want to know you're around. And now here's a layup with the left hand, no good by Katie Muller. Rebounded by Southeast Polk and Maddie Maines, who's back in there.
And with this group, they're just going to need to settle down, get the ball moving, and not force anything.
Kelly Olsen just fouled out. And that'll be her fifth foul. She'll foul out with 4 points with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. So Ellie becomes the first casualty. She'll be replaced into the Dowling lineup by Ellie Muller. So it'll be Ellie Muller along with Maddie Rice, Kaylee Klein, Macy Harnden, and Layla Tritton, the five on the floor for the Maroons. First free throw no good by Solseth. Second one on the way, good.
I feel like it's been a really positive week for Ellie Olsen with this team. She always seems to have a real positive attitude, whether she's been scoring or not, but that the offensive side has come along this week, and it's really good thing for the Maroons.
Klein over to Harnden for three. It's good. Hits the side of the rim and bounces through. Somebody's got to get that Scott Babinette row.
That was all the backspin there.
It was. 3 points for Harnden, and now the Rams the other way. Solseth shot no good, but Rams get the rebound. Now Solseth for three, no good. And a rebound, Southeast Polk. Here's Bartlett with it. She'll launch the three right in front of her own bench. It's no good, and a loose ball foul on Solseth. That'll be the second foul on Solseth, and I believe the third on Southeast Polk here in the fourth quarter with 3:36 to go. 71-37 Dowling.
Good positioning for Ellie Muller to go for the rebound there and draw the foul.
34-point lead for the Maroons. One more when we get the running clock. And it might be here. Tritton with it. Stops in the baseline. Top of the key it goes to Maddie Rice. Now to Klein. Underneath Harnden. Her shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Maroons rotate the ball around. Klein for three. It's no good from the right wing. Rebound Hins and Southeast Polk. Zoe will dribble in the front court for the Rams. Lisa for Margaret Johnson. Her shot in the lane too strong off the glass. Rebound Dowling and Kaylee Klein. Harnden with it with 2:50 remaining. They work underneath. Olsen, her shot up and no good. And it goes out of bounds off of Southeast Polk with 2:45 to go. Good effort that time.
Yeah.
Olsen's shot almost stayed on the back of the rim. It just hung right there.
I think what you're seeing at the one end was Southeast Polk. They missed a lot of shots that they would normally make, but I think the influence of the Muller sisters being in there with their length and blocking a lot of shots, Tritton blocking some shots tonight, really has made them speed up their shots, and a lot that they normally make or would seem easy have rolled off.
Dowling's lone senior, Emma Hazel, 5'7" senior, in the lineup along with Nellie Johnson on the last dead ball, and a whistle and a foul on the Rams. That'll be on Solseth, her third foul. 14th foul on the Rams with 2:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Nellie Johnson inbounds it to Macy Harnden as Dowling with the ball, and a blocking foul on Hins. And Harnden to the free throw line for 2 as the Maroons are now on the bonus the rest of the way.
The Maroons have not been to the line that much tonight, but they haven't had to.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Klein Electric, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Construction Professionals. First free throw up and good by Macy Harnden, who has 4 points tonight. And the second free throw good. 5 points for Harnden. 73-37 and a running clock. You're exactly right. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining underneath. Foul on Dowling. And it'll be 2-shot foul for the Rams. Fouls on Nellie Johnson, her first.
And one thing, I think the coaching staff will be happy. It seems like every game this week they've gotten stronger. A stronger performance.
Nice substitutes for Southeast Polk. Hallie Clark will check out, so will Zoe Hins. Rams will empty their bench. Bartlett's second free throw no good. Rebound out to Dowling and Maddie Rice. 2:20 to play, 73-37 Dowling. Here's Maddie Rice down the right side. Gets over in the corner to Kaylee Klein. Klein has the ball stolen away by Southeast Polk. With the steal is Presley Zutinhorst, and she loses it as she goes down the other way. Nellie Johnson with it in the front court to Harnden. Macy with it, dribbles to the lane.
That's a good get back by Klein to get that steal there.
Now a long 3 up and no good off the back iron by the Maroons from the top of the key and Kaylee Klein. And now we've got a substitution timeout with 1:52 to play, and Dowling leading 73-37. So up next for Dowling girls will be our next broadcast. That'll be Monday night, one game, 6:15 from the Ankeny Centennial Gym. We'll be at the back of the bleachers, right next to Mr. Andy Pollock, who streams it live for the Ankeny folks. So we'll be 6 o'clock pregame, Scott, Monday from Centennial.
For our listeners, these kind of games are fun in the sense that you really, if you were here, you get to see how many people Mark Amadeo really knows. They're all tapping him on the shoulder, waving at him, and he's doing the professional broadcast here, keeping it going.
No, they'd never know. I had popcorn thrown at me last night from the Valley. It wasn't the Valley fans. It was a Dowling alumnus. Yeah, very disappointed. I got scolded by the janitorial staff at Valley saying, you're a slob. And I said, no, that was my friendly fans. Here's a steal by Dowling with a minute to play. The Maroons get the ball all the way down court. Layup up and good by Maddie Rice.
So what you're saying is Coach Cataldo wasn't protecting you there?
It was his dad.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's not going to protect me. Blood's thicker than water, Scott. You know that.
Well, maybe he was aiming at Jimmy and missed.
Oh, no. It was directly at me. And then when he missed me, he got the young lady next to me, Jennifer Phelps. And I felt sorry for her, and I said, I apologize that they are not my fans. I should be sitting on the Valley side. Here's a long 3. It's no good by Olivia Toohey. The Rams empty their bench. Now a long 3 by Margaret Johnson, no good. And Dowling had the ball ripped away by Emma Hazel into the hands of Harnden with 15 seconds remaining. And let's see if this will do it. Harnden leaves it for Nellie Johnson. It's in the corner, and I think Dowling will hold the ball, and they will. 75-37 will be our final score as both teams concede. And the Dowling girls now have won 11 of their last 12 games. They'll have the weekend off and take on Ankeny Centennial, 5th-ranked Ankeny Centennial on Monday. Up next for Southeast Polk, they'll play Monday night as well. They will host Des Moines Lincoln on Monday here on Iowa. That is the culprit right there. That's the guy that filled me up with popcorn. Final score 75-37 here at the Southeast Polk Gym alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadeo, and many of my former friends are in attendance. So we'll take a break and come back and Brady Grimm is our studio producer. Brady, how about a 2-minute break for Mr. Babinette and I to get everything added up and make sure they balance? And we'll bring you those statistics when we return in 2 minutes as we move to the postgame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And we're back here at Southeast Polk High School as they have introductions with the Southeast Polk Hall of Fame going on during our between games, so we'll have a little bit of delay, but we'll bring you the final statistics tonight as Dowling girls improve their record to 13-4, as the Dowling girls now have won 11 of 12 games, defeating Southeast Polk 75-37 as the third-ranked Maroons again improve their record to 13-4. Southeast Polk falls to 8-8 with the loss tonight. As you want me to do the scoring first? All right, yes, I'll do the scoring first, and we'll start with Dowling. The Maroons had 3 players in double figures in this contest, as they were led by 21 points from freshman Katie Moeller, junior Ava Zediker with 18 points, sophomore Ellie Moeller with 13 points, and rounding out scoring for the Maroons, 6 points each for Layla Tritton, and off the bench, Kaylee Klein, a 5'11 freshman with 6 points, 5 points for Macy Harnden, and Maddie Rice off the bench with 2 points, as Dowling went 3 of 5 from the free throw line in tonight's game. Ellie Olson fouled out with 4 points at the 4:15 mark of the fourth quarter. Now for Southeast Polk, they had 1 player in double figures, and that was Alyssa Bartlett with 19 points. 5 points each for Anna Van Kooten and Manny Maines off the bench with 5 points for Southeast Polk. And then 3 points each for Hallie Clark, Margaret Johnson, and Eva Solseth. Zoe Hins did not score in tonight's game for Southeast Polk, as the Rams went 5 of 9 from the free throw line. And how about this? In the fourth quarter, Dowling holds Southeast Polk to 2 points as the Maroons come away with the win, 75-37. And congratulations to head coach Kristen Meyer and the Dowling girls for their win, and again, winning 11 of their last 12 games. Scott, you got to look at some of the official statistics. Are you pretty confident with that?
Well, relatively so.
Relatively, all right. I'll buy that.
Yes, for the game tonight, Dowling shot an incredible 28 for 42, which at my math is 66.7%. They were 16 for 24 from the three-point line, 3 for 5 from the free throw line, 33 rebounds, 7 of them offensive, and 14 turnovers. For Southeast Polk, 13 for 51 from the field, 6 for 22 from the three-point line, 5 for 9 from the free throw line, 23 rebounds, 11 of them offensive, and 10 turnovers.
All right, as Dowling jumped out to a 24-7 first quarter lead, and the Maroons outscored Southeast Polk 17-11 in the second quarter. Dowling led 41-18 at halftime, and then the Maroons and Rams played to a 17-17 tie in the third quarter. After you said Dowling was outscored 12-7, I think, at one juncture,
right.
Scott.
They had to hit that 3 at the end to tie up the quarter.
That's right. So 17-17. But how about the fourth quarter? 17's the number. The Maroons scored 17 points in the second, third, and fourth quarter. Dowling outscoring Southeast Polk 17-2 in the fourth to win it 75-37 and sweep the series this year. The Maroons won earlier this season back at Dowling in December, 63-41. So Dowling now has won 5 of 6 games against Southeast Polk in their series. The Maroons lead the series 16-13. And that series dates back to 2006. And by the way, there's been a couple state titles won by Southeast Polk and Dowling since that all started.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this has been a great rivalry through the years. This game is kind of a one-off situation in a lot of ways. When Dowling comes out and shoots the way they did, again, you know, I've been probably a little critical of how many threes they've taken, but tonight you couldn't be because they were within the flow of what they want, and that nothing was forced. They just got good ball movement, and it's like an avalanche. You know, if you're the Southeast Polk coach, you can take pride in the fact that your kids kept fighting. They kept hustling for rebounds, trying to get good shots, and but the Dowling, not only as good as their shooting was, their defense was excellent tonight. Challenging shots, and each night I felt like they improved in their intensity on the defensive end. The length that they have with the Moeller sisters and Tritton getting a lot of blocks this week, and Olsen. I mean, just so much positive out of this week after, I think they were probably disappointed in their showing last Friday against Johnson, but they came out and made up for it this week and got in a positive way.
I have the Maroons tonight for 16 made threes.
Yes.
That is amazing. Yeah. And they just didn't let up, and everybody contributed. So congratulations to the Maroons. What a 3-game streak they had on the girls' side. Wins over Ankeny, Valley, and now tonight over Southeast Polk this week for the Dowling girls. As again, they improved their record to 13-4. And Scott, just 4 games remaining in the regular season for the Dowling girls. As again, Monday night will be their next game. That'll be our next broadcast, 6 o'clock Monday night from the Ankeny Centennial Gym. 5th-ranked Centennial hosting 3rd-ranked Dowling girls. We'll be there. That'll be our only game broadcast next week because the Dowling boys and girls, because of the CIML having a 9-game schedule, you have a bye week. The Maroons are off all week until Saturday when they'll play a doubleheader a week from tomorrow at home against Ames. We will not carry that, so we'll have the week off after Monday.
Right. And you can only play what's in your schedule. You go ahead, you start building your winning streak and get the positive vibes going. I mean, they started 9 for 9 from 3.
Yep.
And even then, if you look at it, 7 for 15 from 3-point range in a normal game would be awesome shooting. So I think we just have to sit back and say wow and enjoy it and hope that it keeps going.
That's correct. So Ankeny Centennial's up next for the Dowling girls on Monday. Then a week from tomorrow, next Saturday, February 3rd, they will host Ames at the Dowling Gym. 12:30 girls game, followed by the boys game at 2 o'clock. And then they're back to their final Tuesday, Friday doubleheaders. February 6th at Waukee Northwest for a girl-boy doubleheader. And finally, the Dowling girls close out the regular season at home against Urbandale in a girl-boy doubleheader on Friday, February 9th. And that's when they're going to recognize the 50 years of Dowling girls basketball, and they'll have a recognition ceremony that night.
A lot of great history there, huh?
There is a lot. There'll be a lot of history makers that will be there, and we look forward to that. Well, Scott, appreciate this week. Appreciate you sitting and traveling all over the metro, north, west, and now east.
They made it easy for us this week, I think, and
they did.
We would do this every day if they'd let us. Last night the girls were saying, "Hey, we don't have to practice; let's play games."
Oh, they love that. They love that. Again, we want to make sure we recognize the folks out here at Southeast Polk, their athletic director Jason Campbell, and the guy in charge of IT, David Morris. I know who to call next time we have a football or basketball game. You got to get through the firewalls and the other things going on at the schools because they got everything blocked because of all the hackers, but they made room for us. We appreciate it. That's why we're on the air. First time in a long time, so we thank David Morris and the IT crew here, along with Brad Johnson, the head girls coach, and Alan Jenkins and the boys team about ready to take the court as we're delayed because of recognition for the Southeast Polk Hall of Fame. But Scott Babinett, thank you. We'll talk to you Monday from Ankeny Centennial, and we'll be at the back end of the wall with Mr. Andy Pollock.
There you go. We'll have fun.
All right, have a good weekend, my friend.
All right, you too.
Scott Babinett, my broadcast partner. That'll end game 1. And we'll take a 2-minute break if you wouldn't mind, Brady. 2-minute break, and we'll come back and preview game 2, Dowling and Southeast Polk from the Southeast Polk Gym. This is Mark Amadale reminding you the final score of the girls contest. 3rd-ranked Dowling defeating 11th-ranked Southeast Polk 75-37. And we'll return for the boys contest in 2 minutes on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever noticed that sometimes it's hard to get along with your family? That sometimes the people in your family are downright uncongenial? Well, G.K. Chesterton says that is precisely why the family is so important, because it is often uncongenial. Every family is filled with the same problematical people that you find everywhere else. And so anyone revolting against the family is simply revolting against mankind. As Chesterton says, Aunt Elizabeth is unreasonable, like mankind. Papa is excitable, like mankind. Our youngest brother is mischievous, like mankind. And so, if we can get along with our family, we can get along with anyone. Want more than a minute? Visit our website, chesterton.org.
Each year, men from throughout the Archdiocese of Dubuque gather to learn, pray, share, and build relationships. The 2024 Men's Conference will feature John Edwards from Just a Guy in the Pew Ministries as keynote speaker, Saturday, March 9th from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at St. Pius X Catholic Church in Cedar Rapids. Mass will be celebrated by Archbishop Thomas Zinkula, and virtual participation will be available. Schedule and registration info at iowacatholicradio.com. A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One helps you live your best life. Find personalized care for you and your loved ones at mercyone.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, pregame of the boys contest between Dowling and Southeast Polk. Hey, Mr. Cataldo, long time no see. I did find the guy who was aiming popcorn at me last night. Had a visit with him right behind me, and he is now sitting 5 rows in front of us tonight, and I need to order popcorn from Mr. Hobbs. Oh, wait a second, we're not at Dowling, so I can't order from the bar.
It must have been free popcorn night because he's not throwing popcorn around unless it's unlimited amount.
Well, I found out through a good source, your daughter Mia, that he was picking it up off the floor and tossing it at me.
No.
So we have that.
You didn't even
on.
get the good stuff thrown at you.
No. But I had stuff thrown at me. There's no question about it, thanks to your father. And I'm glad to see him here. I'm glad to see he gets out once in a while. That's always nice. But, hey, welcome, Jimmy. We've got the high school girls and boys basketball, 3rd game in 4 days, and we're ready to go.
If you're a player, you love this because nobody wants to practice. You tell kids nobody wants to practice, but it's things you got to do to get better, and everybody just wants to play games. So I think the kids who like it the most are the ones on the court.
Absolutely.
We play 3 games in 1 week.
Yeah, well, for Dowling, it's been a game on the boys' side. The Dowling girls a winner tonight. I guess I should mention that with the win over Southeast Polk. Congratulations to Coach Marr with a 75-37 win, and their next game will be Ankeny Centennial on Monday. But for the Dowling boys, they've been in all the games. There's been tough losses. Southeast Polk is very similar this year. They've had the same, outcome with their games. And Dowling coming off a 73-65 loss last night at Valley, but lost Tuesday night to Ankeny 66-60, and then last Friday to Johnston 47-40. All close losses. And as Coach Heinerson said, and also Coach Jenkins, who I shared his email with, just find a way to close games, and that is something the Dowling boys have got to figure out here, or try to figure out. But you know what? You're playing some of the best teams in the state at the same token.
I think both Coach Jenkins, Coach Heinerson are looking at tonight and taking a breath of relief to finally play somebody with a similar caliber. 2 teams that have been playing kind of on the same road. Not winning records, but yet they've been in most games. Coach Jenkins, the email he sent you, I read it, and they're 5-10, and 7 of their losses they had the lead, they had the lead in the second half, and in 3 of those losses, within 1 minute 15 seconds in the game, they're leading the ball game and then come up on the losing end. So they're 5-10. But you look at the Maroons on the other hand, they're 6-8. Interesting enough, 6 of their losses have. They too had the lead at some point in the second half of their games, and just for one reason or another did not come out with the win. So 2 similar teams in size and stature and athleticism. So going to be a real good ball game to see which team has really come together and learn from their mistakes and see who's going to come out on the winning end on this game.
Well, for Dowling, they just get back at it, and do they have any legs left? They didn't practice yesterday. Oh, by the way, they had a game yesterday, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but you're a head coach. You want them to practice. That's very important. You got to keep that energized. You got to keep them motivated. But coming off a loss to Valley in a game in which they were leading at halftime, Jimmy, as we saw, Maroons had a 31-26 lead at Valley, only to evaporate by the start of the 4th quarter, and they hung around, but you're playing catch-up instead of being the aggressor. Now you got to play catch-up, a different ball game, and sometimes frustration can settle in for the team, but according to Coach Heinerson, he thinks the kids are all ready for tonight and had a good day of school and back at it for the 3rd game this week.
You got to remember, you spend 15 minutes snow and shovel and you're out for a week. These guys can play 3 games. And these 16, 17, 18-year-old young men are so resilient. The way that their bodies, absorb what they go through and get back at it. I think it's a hand to our training staff. It's a hand to our weightlifting program that keeps their bodies fit for games and weeks like this. So, like I said, you'd be out for a week after shoveling snow for 15 minutes.
Somebody felt sorry for me tonight. Connie and Brian down there. They don't have concessions here at Southeast Polk, but right here, free bottle of water. I don't see yours, but right here in game 1, here.
People look out for you because they worry about, can you withstand? I mean, this may be their 3rd game of the week. This is your 6th game of the week.
That is. And the voice is holding up. You know, I'm not as young as I was back in the early days, back in the 80s and 90s when you were rolling out the balls at St. Anthony's and playing intramural basketball.
Number one, it was Christ the King.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was a Christ the King
grad. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but we'll keep you in our prayers anyway. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back, and we'll introduce starting lineups. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Hey, it's Friday night, and we're on a roll. Well, we think we are. It'll be Dowling and Southeast Polk again. The girls' winners. Dowling with the win, 75-37. The Dowling girls ranked third. Now their record moves to 13-4. Southeast Polk girls fall to 8-8. We'll be back to preview the boys' game on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome to Faith Check. Different Christian bodies today have many forms of church governance. Some churches, congregations vote to make decisions. In others, the church is run by a group of elders, and in still others, authority resides with a bishop. Now, all Christians point to Scripture to support their church structure, and it's very difficult to determine the precise way the early church was governed from the Bible alone. But in the year 110 AD, only about 50 years after most of the New Testament was written, St. Ignatius of Antioch described the early church leadership in his letters. Each area was governed by a single bishop, who was accompanied in his ministry by priests and deacons. Ignatius wrote, quote, "Let no one do anything of concern to the church without the bishop. Let that be considered a valid Eucharist, which is celebrated by the bishop or by one whom he appoints. This is pleasing to God, so that whatever is done may be secure and valid." Ignatius himself was with the Apostle John. So we have every reason to trust that this basic church structure, which the Roman Catholic Church preserves to this day, comes from the apostles themselves. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
All right, we're back here at the Southeast Polk High School gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale here on Iowa Catholic Radio as we bring you Game 2, or as I like to look at it, Jimmy, it's Game 6 this week for us, or at least for me. And it's Dowling and Southeast Polk. Again, the Dowling girls a winner tonight in Game 1, 75-37. And these two teams met back in December at the Dowling gym. The Maroons came away, as Coach Heinerson mentioned, an ugly 54-49 win. I think the Maroons held Southeast Polk to 2 points in the fourth quarter, if I remember correctly. And it's a rematch here in the CIML. You go home and home. And tonight we're here at the Southeast Polk gym. They got the band here. You can see them, hear them across the bleachers on the Southeast Polk fans. And we had Hall of Fame night for the Southeast Polk folks. And you get extra pregame time tonight.
I do. It's
just
unprecedented. I get to go through all my notes, but you go back to Game 1, as you mentioned, and it was a back and forth. It was an ugly game, but interestingly enough, the Maroons outscored Southeast Polk 16-4 in the fourth quarter to pull away with that 5-point win. So, you know, the Maroons, and a large part of that, you know, Bodie Goodman gets in foul trouble early in the game, and in fact fouls out with 4 minutes to go in the game. Really catapulted the Maroons in that fourth quarter to pull away with that 5-point win. But, you know, the Maroons were battling back and forth. Shooting wasn't all that great for them that night. And, you know, got a little bit lucky and came together at the end and pushed the game into the win column.
Other games going on in the CIML tonight. Johnston is at Ankeny Centennial. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Waukee Northwest at Ankeny. Waukee is at Urbandale, and West Des Moines Valley has the night off, both girls and boys. And tomorrow, Cedar Rapids Kennedy, number 1 team in Class 4A, takes on West Des Moines Valley, 4th ranked in Class 4A. 1:30 tomorrow at the Waukee High School gym. I think Waukee's hosting, 3 games tomorrow, and that's the middle game. It'll be a noon game at their tournament. And the Valley girls tomorrow travel to City High of Iowa City. They'll take on the Little Hawks at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. So just a kind of a program note for what's going on this weekend. And then Monday nights, it'll be Dowling boys and Dowling girls in action, but at separate sites, both tipping off at 6:15. We'll be in Ankeny as Ankeny Centennial. I'll say hello to Coach Pollock for you, Jimmy. We'll be sitting next to him. It'll be Dowling and Ankeny Centennial in the girls matchup, top 5 matchup, and then you'll be at the Dowling boys game as they host Hoover at the Dowling gym. Again, both games start at 6:15, and then most of the week off, and then Saturday, Dowling hosting Ames on Saturday afternoon, beginning at 12:30 with the girls game.
Well, after the run that the Maroons are taking here in the last 2 weeks, and, you know, inconsistency with the weather and canceling and moving games around, and finishing up a long haul on a Monday at home against Hoover before they get a nice 5-day break. I'm sure it gives them a great opportunity to regroup get their second win for a run that hopefully can go deep into the playoffs.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups here at Southeast Polk High School. And we'll start with the visiting team, Dowling Catholic. They'll go with their usual starting lineup. The point guard is Joey Coppola, 5'11 senior, averaging 13 points. Leads the team with 35 made threes. He'll wear number 4. The other guard is Maddox Coppola, his brother, 6'1 sophomore, averaging 4.5 points. He has 9 made threes on the year. He'll wear number 13. At one forward, Ryan Kleppe, 6'3 senior for Dowling, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds. Kleppe will wear number 12. And the other forward is Riddick Metten, leading scorer for the Maroons, averaging 14 points, 5.5 rebounds. He'll wear number 21. And at center, Joe Broderick, 6'4 senior, averaging 12.5 points, 12 rebounds, Mr. Double-Double, and he'll wear number 10. So it'll be Joey and Maddox Coppola in the guards, Ryan Kleppe, Riddick Metten at forwards, and Joe Broderick at center. And off the bench, we'll see Cole Southard, Dante Cataldo, Nick Frericks for Dowling, and Lucas Paoli and Alier Agao. Dowling comes in with a record of 6-8. They average 59.5 points on offense, give up 58 points on defense. Head coach Justin Einertson in his first year, assisted by John Nagel, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And I did see Mr. Nahas earlier today, so he is back on the bench after.
Is he in the concussion protocol?
He is not. He is not. Although he did have Mr. Coach Nicholson walking with him, so I don't know what that means, but he's not taking any live bullets, I'll tell you that.
Just didn't see the door jam and kind of ran into a door walking in.
Well, you forgot to announce it to him, Jimmy. You got to do that once in a while to Mr. Nahas. All right, for the Southeast Polk Rams, their head coach is Alan Jenkins in his 6th year, 61 wins, 76 losses. He's assisted by Brandon Krause, Curtis Bell, Ryan Henderson, and Alex Johnson. The Rams come in with a record of 5-10. Averaging 61 points on offense, giving up 64 points on defense. They'll start at one guard, A.J. Schaefer, 6' senior, averaging just under 8 points and 5 rebounds. He'll wear number 1. The other guard is Bodie Goodman, 6' junior, averaging 22.5 points, 5 rebounds. Goodman leads the team with 43 made threes, and he'll wear number 2. The third guard is Sam Zelenovich, 6'1 junior, averaging 2 points, 1.5 rebounds. Zelenovich will wear number 4. And the fourth guard for Southeast Polk, Grady Bronzeway Norris. Bronzeway Norris, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 5.5 points, leads the team with 9 blocks. He'll wear number 12. And finally, it's the man in the middle, if you will, a forward, Jackson Barton, a 6'3 senior, averaging 8.5 points, leads the team with 6.5 rebounds. Barton will wear number 20. So it'll be Schaefer, Goodman, Zelenovich, Bronzeway Norris, and Barton. Off the bench for Southeast Polk, Zeb Hins, number 3. Noah Frank, number 13, and Trey Lust, who's battling an ankle injury and was starting and now is not. But we got a lineup change. Jimmy, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like they introduced Trey Lust as in the starting lineup, so he would replace Zelenovich in the starting. So Zelenovich will come off the bench, averaging 2.5 points a game, and Trey Lust will continue his starting role, averaging 8.3 points a game. So the ankle must be well enough to go because he's in the starting lineup.
Well, you saw the information I got from Coach, so he must have been in his ear and saying, yeah, I'm ready to go, Coach, I'm ready to go. But nonetheless, we got CIML basketball. Again, girls game won by Dowling 75-37 over Southeast Polk. And nice Friday night crowd here, packed on both ends. We're up on the track, so we have fans below us, and we're underway. Ball tipped into the hands of Bodie Goodman and Southeast Polk, and we're underway. Rams in their home white uniforms, gold numbers with black trim. Dowling in their visiting maroon uniforms with black trim. Underneath, scoop shot up and no good. Rolls off the rim. Rebound Dowling, and Kleppe comes away with it for Dowling. Joey Coppola, Maddox Coppola, the 2 guards. Ryan Kleppe, Riddick Metten, and Joe Broderick. The Rams with A.J. Schaefer, Bodie Goodman, Grady Bronzeway Norris, Jackson Barton, and Trey Lust, the 5 on the floor. Dowling with the ball. They're working underneath. Kleppe has the ball stripped away by Trey Lust. Lust in the front court. Both teams have had a possession, and we're scoreless. And now here's a running jumper, no good by Bodie Goodman. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk. A rebound out to Dowling as Southeast Polk jumps back into man-to-man. And a three-pointer up and good by Joey Coppola. So the Maroons get going.
Well, coming off the ball screen, man-to-man defense by Southeast Polk. Joey, nice easy jump shot and hits his first shot of the night.
A.J. Schaefer underneath. And gets it to his teammate, Jackson Barton. Their big guy, 6'3" senior, shoots and scores. He got behind the Dowling defense. Tied it, or it's 3-2, Dowling by 1 over the Rams. As the Maroons going back-to-back nights of high school basketball. Here's Riddick Metten. Rams stay in man-to-man. Kick it out to Maddox Capola, who led Dowling in scoring last night in the game against Valley with 16 points. And now a long three by Kleppe, up, no good, off the rim. Offensive rebound, Capola, his put back up, good. That's Maddox Capola with the weak side rebound there. They forgot about him.
I think one thing you're going to look for if you're the Maroons is how, and you mentioned it earlier, is how fresh are their legs going to be. And I think one thing they're going to see is how's the movement going to be on offense, because when the Maroons move around on offense is when they get better shots. When they stand around and watch somebody go isolation, it just has not been a good recipe for the Maroons this year. All
right, Southeast Polk with the basketball, and they are called for traveling, so it'll be Dowling basketball leading by 3. 5-2 Dowling over Southeast Polk. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here at the Southeast Polk gym. Packed night, packed house. The band's here. A little energy in the stands. Student bodies are well represented, and Dowling with the basketball. Here's Maddox Capola, right side. He's double teamed. Skip pass in the corner to Kleppe. He reverses it to Metten. Three-pointer up, off the rim, no good. And the rebound, Barton and Southeast Polk. Rams get it down court to Lust. His layup is no good, and they're going to whistle a foul on Dowling as Lust hits the floor.
You know, an issue that the Maroons have had in transition is getting back on defense. So look for the Maroons on missed shots, hustling themselves back on defense for the transition to slow down any fast break points that you may give up.
Maddox Capola whistled for the foul. That's his first, team foul number 1 on Dowling, and Lust to the free throw line. And Trey's first free throw is good. Trey Lust played free safety on that state championship Southeast Polk team. Yeah, you didn't like scheming against him, did you? I didn't think so.
I mean, you just keep rubbing it in.
I just always throw reminders in. Never know who's listening. Coach Wilson, is he there? Oh, never mind. Second free throw, no good. So Lust with 1 point. And Dowling with the basketball, leading 5-3. Underneath is Broderick, and he gets underneath. His shot up and no good, and a whistle and a foul on Barton. That'll be Jackson's first. And free throws coming for Joe Broderick. And we talked about Dowling getting to the free throw line. And when you get the lead, you really want to set yourself up to be at the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, sponsored in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Bozen the Florist. Our thanks to Blessman International and Fast Sign. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Southeast Polk. Dowling by 2, 5-3 here in the first quarter with 5 minutes to play. Bronzeway Norris with it. And they work it into Barton. His shot no good over Metten. A rebound, Broderick. Dowling in transition. Here's Joey Capola. Inside pass goes to Metten. Reverse layup, no good, as he and Lusk collided. And the rebound out to the Rams. Now a long three by Goodman. Good. That was a logo three by Bodie Goodman. His first three of the night, and the Rams take the lead 6-5.
Took about 4 minutes for Bodie to take his first shot. When interesting stat that Einertson mentioned was he takes 35%. Bodie Goodman takes 35% of all shots, which is an incredible amount.
And now here is Joey Capola. Goes the right side and then hits the left side of the rim for the layup. Capola with 5 points, and it's 7-6 Dowling as the lead changes. Like 6 lead changes last night against Valley. Now Barton underneath, didn't have a good angle. His shot no good. Rebound Broderick and Dowling. Maroons the other way. Joey Capola for 3 in transition. It's no good. Rebound Lust and the Southeast Polk Rams. Here's Goodman with it. Down court, his shot on a fadeaway is up and good.
Incredible.
Wow, Bodie Goodman.
Off balance, body contact shot, fading out of bounds and gets the roll and
literal fadeaway. Now Goodman with the steal, steps in front of Kleppe, and his shot up and no good, and the rebound out to Metten. So Goodman blew a layup that time, and I'll tell you what, Kleppe came and hustled and altered that shot a little.
Really good job by Kleppe hustling back on defense and strong contesting on the fast break layup and forcing the miss.
3:15 to go, first quarter, 8-7. Southeast Polk leads Dowling in this boys contest. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Brady Grimm, our studio producer tonight. Underneath Kleppe, he leaves it for Broderick. Layup good. Kleppe with the assist, and Broderick with his first 2 points of the night.
Kleppe really created the shot for Broderick, taking it strong to the basket, forcing the defense to collapse, and leaving Joey Broderick alone underneath the basket.
Now Goodman gets in the corner, now gets it back. A three-pointer left wing. Fall away good. Bodie Goodman with the three. That's his second of the night, and he's got 8 points. 11-9 Southeast Polk. Dowling underneath. A shot up and good. And a foul on Southeast Polk. Goodman with the foul as he fouled Joey Capola right on the head. And Capola with a chance for an and one here. And Goodman's first foul of the night.
Be interested to see how deep and how often Einertson goes to his bench tonight. He didn't get into it much in the second half against Valley. Really stuck with that lineup who was playing pretty well and just lost their legs midway through that second half.
All right, free throw good by Capola. He completes a traditional three-point play. That's Joey Capola as we have the Capola brothers on the floor. Dante Cataldo into the Dowling lineup. And now Southeast Polk with the ball, and a shot with the left hand up and good off the glass by Jackson Barton, and that is his fourth point of the night. 13-12 Southeast Polk. Maddox Capola, baseline jumper good from the left, no good on the left side. Rebound, Zelenovic is in the game. His shot is up and no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Joey Capola. Cole Southern in the lineup also for the Maroons. And now the pass to Maddox Capola is stolen away by Goodman. His layup is up and no good. Rebound Broderick. That's two that Goodman's missed.
Yeah. Point blank.
Going right to the basket. Dowling with the rebound. 13-12 is our score. Rams by 1. Minute 44 to go. And now Cataldo on the baseline, and Dante dribble drives and scores. Dante Cataldo with his first 2 points for the 6-foot senior. And the Dowling takes the lead. It's already our fourth lead change. 14-13 Dowling. Here's A.J. Schaefer dribbling around. Now leaves it for Zelenovic. Now to Lust. Down the lane. His shot too strong. Rebound Cataldo. Outlet pass to Joey Capola in the corner to Southern for three, and it's blocked by Lust. Safe from going out of bounds by Goodman into the hands of Zelenovic. Rams with it. Here's Goodman down the lane. And we got a blocking foul on Dowling, and 2 free throws coming for Goodman. Foul will be on Joe Broderick, and he is slow to get up. I think he took a knee to the midsection from Goodman.
I think the knee may have gone to his thigh.
So substitutions coming with 1:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Klein Electric. And let's see. The Maroons are going to we're going to bring Alier in. So Alier Agal will check in, number 33, 6'8 senior for the Maroons, as Goodman will shoot 2. First free throw up and good. 74% free throw shooter on the year is Bodie Goodman. His grandfather Tom to our left here, right in front of us. Second free throw in and out, no good. Rebound Dowling. That's
rebound number 11 for the Maroons here, just in the first quarter.
Lucas Paoli in the lineup for the Maroons. Dowling going to basically 4 guards with Alier. Now Alier is going to get whistled for the offensive fouls. He was backing in on Bodie Goodman. So Agal with his first foul. That'll be team foul number 3 on Dowling. 2 on Southeast Polk with 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter, tied at 14. Southeast Polk breaks the press. They get in the front court to Zelenovic. Sam with it. And now in the lane, a jumper no good by Zeb Hens, who's in there for the Rams off the bench. We just saw his sister Zoe, and now down the lane, Paoli shot no good. Rebound Southeast Polk. Lit on the basket, Jimmy, with 30 seconds to play. And the shot clock turned off, and the Rams will try to hold for the last shot. Here's Zelenovic beyond the arc to Goodman. Goodman will launch the 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Dowling and Paoli. 10 seconds remaining. Joey Coppola dribbles across the timeline, guarded by Zelenovic. Joey fakes a three, and now he's going to be fouled, and 3 free throws coming for Joey Coppola. And what a head fake as he got Zelenovic in the air.
Well, Southeast Polk, Zelenovic, they know that the shot or the clock's running down, and the Maroons are probably going to throw up the last shot. And good head fake by Joey, got Zelenovic in the air and drew the foul and gets 3 shots at the free throw line.
First free throw good by Joey Coppola, a 53% free throw shooter on the year. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. Second of 3 free throws good. As Joey Coppola got things started with the 3-pointer to start the ball game for Dowling, giving the Maroons a 3-point lead. And the third free throw off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, Cataldo, his shot at the horn, no good. And we come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 16, Southeast Polk 14. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadeo. And we'll return to the Southeast Polk gym with our score. Dowling 16, Southeast Polk 14 in the boys contest. Girls game won by Dowling 75-37. And we'll return to the Southeast Polk gym in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Throughout history, our Lord has shown us that He is truly present in the Blessed Sacrament. Experience these wonders for yourself as Iowa Catholic Radio presents the Vatican International Exhibition Eucharistic Miracles of the World at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Red Oak, now through January 31st. Learn more about how you can bring this beautiful panel display to your parish, school, or faith-based organization by calling 515-223-1150 or visit iowacatholicradio.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com. KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
Welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, packed house. Friday night, high school basketball here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Dowling boys with the lead. They get the possession to start the second quarter. They work underneath to Joe Broderick, and he misses a layup. Southeast Polk with the rebound, a foul in the backcourt on Maddox Coppola. That'll be his second foul. Dowling 16, Southeast Polk 14. The Maroons were 3 out of 6 the free throw line. Southeast Polk 2 of 4. And that's a positive thing, Jimmy. You can get the free throw line more than your opponent.
But the Maroons didn't shoot their first free throw last night until the third quarter of the game. So
that's right.
Getting 6 early and continue to try to work your way to the line that's been a positive thing for the Maroons in their wins.
Rams with the ball, and they get it inside to Jackson Barton, and he shoots and scores. Barton with 6 points in the contest. We'll get our first quarter stats here when we get a break. Tied at 16, Dowling and Southeast Polk in this boys contest. Here's Kleppe, who had 1 point last night, backs his way in. Layup with the left hand, good. And for Ryan, that is his first 2 points of the night. And it's 18-16 Dowling as we're underway here in the second quarter from the Southeast Polk gym. Now the Rams with it, and dribble driving in the lane is Schaefer. His pass to Barton is stolen away by Dowling. Now Coppola for 3, good, right in front of head coach Alan Jenkins of Southeast Polk. Wow.
Well, just good following the dribble drive and sitting back, and got a well open 3, and Joey hits nothing but the net.
Now Dowling with a little 1-2-2 full court press. Rams break it, and a shot by Lust in the lane, no good. They get it out to Dowling, and now Kleppe for 3, good! And a timeout, Southeast Polk. And Ryan Kleppe with back-to-back baskets, one of them a three-pointer, and Maroons now with their largest lead of 8, 24-16 over Southeast Polk with 6:17 to go here in the second quarter. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, 30-second timeout called by Southeast Polk. You got to look at the first quarter numbers, Jimmy.
Maroons 6 of 15 from the field, 12 rebounds and 3 turnovers. Southeast Polk goes 5 of 15 from the field, 9 rebounds and 2 turnovers. both teams right now being led by their guards. Joey Coppola with 13 points here in the second quarter, and Bodie Goodman sitting at 9. But good distribution when you look at the scoreboard for the Maroons and the distribution on scoring. Ryan Kleppe, I thought he did a real good job attacking the right side of the rim, something that we talked about last night where he was just not being able to get free because he always wanted to go his left. But that time, at least early in the possessions, he went to his hard right, then reverse dribbled to his left and found a dominant layup. So good job by Ryan Kleppe on that.
All right, for as you mentioned, the scoring for Dowling and Southeast Polk. Joey Coppola leading the way for the Maroons, 13 points. He's followed by Ryan Kleppe, who has 5, 2 points each for Joe Broderick and Maddox Coppola. Dowling 3 out of 6 at the free throw line. Bodie Goodman leading the way for the Rams with 9 points. 6 points for Jackson Barton and Trey Lust with 1 point. Bodie Goodman for 3, top of the key, it's no good, and Kleppe comes away with the rebound. Being chased by Brunswick Norris, and now the Maroons get underneath. Here's Maddox Coppola to Broderick for 3, left wing, no good. Offensive rebound, Dowling. That's Metten. He's being bodied up by Lust, and the Maroons get a brand new shot clock. Underneath Broderick, he's underneath the basket. Shot off the glass, leaves it short. Tip no good by Kleppe. Ball battled around, and Barton comes away with it for Southeast Polk. What a battle there. Maroons come up empty, leading by 8. Now the Rams in the front court. Here's A.J. Schaefer on the baseline. It's blocked by Maddox Coppola. Rebound Dowling. Maroons in transition. Coppola left wing over to Riddick Metten. Now out to Maddox Coppola. See if Dowling can get something towards the basket. Here's Kleppe. Underneath, layup good. He went right around A.J. Schaefer, and that was a mismatch there. Schaefer at 6 foot and Kleppe at 6'3", and he's got 7 points, does Ryan Kleppe. Jimmy?
Well, he's got to be really happy. Sure, he was dejected a little bit last night and comes back, and his attack in the basket's going in for him.
Now a steal by Dowling. Broderick comes up with the steal. Coppola for 3, good. And a timeout, Southeast Polk. Joey Coppola now with 16 points. That's his 3rd 3 of the night, and we've got a full timeout, I believe, coming up with 4:52 to go here in the second quarter. Dowling 29, Southeast Polk 16. This is Dowling's largest lead of the night. We'll return after these messages on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And we're back here at the Southeast Polk Gym. Out of the Southeast Polk timeout, they now have 3 remaining, 29-16. Dowling boys with their largest lead of the night of 13 points. And the Rams with the basketball in the front court. Here's Bodie Goodman, guarded by Ryan Kleppe in this defensive presence. And now Brunswick Norris with the basketball, kicks it out. And now it's stolen away by Dowling. Coming away with it is Metten. Lead pass to Coppola. And the Rams come back and deflect it away, but Dowling retains possession. Here's Metten, fakes a 3, gives it to Kleppe for 3, leaves it short. And the rebound out to Southeast Polk and Rex Smith. Now we've got double dribble on the Rams as they move the ball down court. Now Rex Smith, cousin of Bodie Goodman. So in that family that you know so well, the Goodman family.
Right, good lineage. You know, right now Southeast Polk struggling really to take care of the basketball on their offensive end, sitting on 4 turnovers halfway through the second quarter.
Dowling with the basketball, and now a step back 3, no good from the left wing by Joey Coppola. Rebound Southeast Polk. Rams with it. They push the ball in the front court. Here's Goodman down the right side. His shot up high off the glass and good. Right around Cole Southern. So Goodman now with 11 points. And it's 29-18. Dowling by 11. And now Broderick's tied up on the baseline. Finally finds Metten. Riddick dribbles to the basket. And a whistle and a foul on the Rams. I think they'll get Rex Smith for the foul. Oh, they're saying nope, traveling on.
Travel.
Called the travel before the foul.
You know, you watch the Maroons on offense, and they've hit some really good three-pointers early in this game. And now you start seeing them start to settle for those threes. They think they can throw everything into the ocean and let those shots come to them. And they're so talented taking the ball to the basket and then working them way out to three-point. But if they just come down and settle for threes, we've seen those shot percentages start dwindling as the games go on.
Dowling in a 2-2-1 full court press. Dante Cataldo re-enters on the baseline. A shot up and good, and that's Goodman. He had no angle there, but he found one. And he has 13 points to lead Southeast Polk. And now bodies hit the floor. Dowling with the ball, and they lose it as they try to get the ball underneath to Capola. He gets up late. Goodman in transition for three. It's no good. Rebound Southard. Cole with the outlet pass for Dowling. Southard top of the key for three. It's good. Hits the front of the rim and falls through. You get that Jimmy Cataldo roll every once in a while.
That's a Cole Southard roll. He's a straight-on shooter and uses the front of the edge of the rim, and it dwindled in. So
can I use a baseball term there? Line drive shooters. Everyone. There's a steal by Dowling. Capola down court. Joey with the shot. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Broderick, and he loses it to a teammate. And now Brunswick down court. His shot no good. Tip no good. Brunswick Norris, I meant to say. He misses the shot. Rebound comes out to Dowling, and here's Maddox Capola. Hands it off to Cataldo. Dante in the lane. Pull-up jumper off the glass. No good. And the lid's on the basket. Rebound out to Schaefer. Rams in transition. They get it in the front court. Dowling stays man-to-man. A.J. Schaefer in the lane. Head fake and a shot up and good right over Joey Capola. And A.J. Schaefer averaging just under 8 points with his first basket of the night. 32-22, Dowling by 10. Minute 45 left to go in the first half. Here's Broderick with it. Joe with the reverse layup, good. He baited Jackson Barton to come out and guard him, then he went around him.
Barton came up and tried to come up thinking Joe was going to take a three, and Joey was right around him.
And now here's Goodman. His shot almost goes in, rolls out. The basket just spit it out, and rebound out to Dowling. Goodman with a nice move. He just couldn't get the shot to fall. It'll be Maddox and Joey Capola in the backcourt, along with Cole Southard and Dante Cataldo. So 4 guards and Broderick underneath. And now the pass to Broderick. His shot up, no good. As he hits the floor, rebound out to Southeast Polk and A.J. Schaefer. In transition, here's Zeb Hins underneath. Goodman, his shot no good, drew the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Dowling.
I think he's going to put on Maddox, and that would be Maddox's third.
And Maddox Capola, foul number 3, and that is team foul number 2 on Dowling here in the second quarter. And Bodie Goodman back to the line where he's 1 for 2 tonight and has 13 points. First free throw rolls off the rim, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Blessman International. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo, and the Maroons with a 12-point lead with a minute left in the first half here, Jimmy.
Yeah,
want to close out this quarter strong.
Einertson's going 5 deep into his bench, so rotation of 5 new guys come into the game, and fresh legs.
14 points now. The free throw good by Bodie Goodman. He's 2 for 4 tonight at the line and has 14, a team high for Southeast Polk. Dowling in the front court, 50 seconds remaining, 25 in the shot clock. Cluppy with it between the circles. Also in the Dowling lineup, Nick Frerichs, number 3. Lucas Paoli checking in. He's got the shooters in there. And now we've got a timeout Dowling.
I think they're going to call a 5-second violation on. No, they do call a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Einertson asked for a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 35 seconds remaining. Dowling boys leading 34-23 over Southeast Polk. Earlier tonight it was the Dowling girls a winner, 75-37 over Southeast Polk. Dowling girls improved their record to 13-4. We hope to catch up with Coach Meyer, one of the coaches and players at halftime. And Jimmy, your thoughts here? Dowling has the ball. They call timeout, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And not a chance for a 2-for-1 here for Dowling, but this might be their final possession of the half.
Just some observations as Einertson has talked about the ebb and flow of his offensive schemes. That some nights some guys are going to go gangbusters, and some nights other guys are going to do not much. And you look at the scoreboard, and Riddick Metten is sitting at 0 points tonight, and that's well off his average.
All right, here's Dowling with the ball. Frerichs down the lane. His shot no good. Ball slapped out and retrieved by Medic. So Riddick has it, and Dowling will have the ball, and the shot clock turned off. Final 20 seconds of the half. Bruins lead it 34-23. There's Kleppe with it, guarded by Bodie Goodman, and an offensive foul on Kleppe as Goodman came around Brian through the elbow and that the arm bar, and you can only keep it so far in front of your chest, and he reached out. So offensive foul on Kleppe. That's a turnover against Dowling, and his first foul. And Dowling has fouls to give, and they're going to do that. Frerichs picks up the foul. That would be the 14th foul on the Maroons, so I guess one foul to give for Dowling. And Nick with his first foul.
You expect the ball's going to go through Bodie Goodman with 9 seconds to go here, and
you know that.
Let him create.
Oh, Goodman gave it up. Gets it on the baseline to Schaefer. There's Jackson Barton. Turnaround shot no good. Ali Aragao, and now Frerichs half-court shot. Hits the top of the backboard, no good, and we go to halftime with Dowling leading 34-23 over Southeast Polk at halftime, Jimmy. So your thoughts as our halftime guests are here. Well, we have a Faber and a Moeller behind us.
Perfect.
So
two incredible girls that would beat you in a one-on-one.
I wasn't invited to play one-on-one, so you go ahead. Give us your comment.
I mean, you look at the Maroons tonight, and it's being led by Joey Coppola shooting, and he got real hot from the three-point arc, and then started to hit a few more of those, and took a couple that started to fade away. But both teams attacking the basket. I think Bodie Goodman's getting his shots. He's being left alone a couple times when they feed the ball in. So looking for them to Southeast Polk to kick the ball out to wide open three-point shooters. I think they have those shots. But for the Maroons, it's interesting. Riddick Metten hasn't scored yet tonight, so he's having a little bit of an off night. But as the ebb and flow of the game happens, and Riddick will find his shots as the second half goes on, but the Maroons sitting on a 11-point lead here going into halftime.
All right, Dowling leading 34-23 in this boys contest at halftime. The girls game won by Dowling 75-37 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadell. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with our halftime guests as Katie Moeller and assistant coach Audrey Faber will join us here at halftime from the Southeast Polk Gym. And again, our halftime score, Dowling boys leading 34-23 over Southeast Polk. We'll take a 2-minute break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Faith Check with Greg Yule on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, let's take a look at God's plan for marriage. The Pharisees asked Jesus if he thought it was lawful for a man to divorce his wife, and Jesus responded by pointing them back to God's original plan. From the beginning, God made them male and female, Jesus explained. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, no one must separate. Jesus said Moses had allowed divorce because the Israelites' hearts had grown hardened. But Jesus came to restore what had been lost in the fall, to make us new creations with new hearts who live by the power of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, Catholic marriages should not look like secular marriages. They are sacramental, which means that our marriages are to be the instruments that God uses to help us grow in holiness. Those who truly put Christ and the sacraments at the center of their marriage will find that in spite of marriage's challenges, their love for one another will grow and help lead them to closer union with God. This is Greg Yule for Faith Check.
And welcome back to halftime here at Southeast Polk High School. And the Dowling boys leading 34-23 over Southeast Polk alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadel, joined now by members of the Dowling girls basketball team. We got a big win tonight, 75-37, as the Dowling girls improve their record to 13-4, ranked third in Class 5A, joined now by assistant coach Audrey Faber, who's been a member of our post-game shows before, back when she was a player. And now we got little Miss Katie Muller. Hard to believe she's a freshman. But Coach, thanks for joining us, and appreciate you being here. I saw Coach Myers. I met her dad from Oline tonight, so he's here in attendance.
Yes.
So hopefully they're enjoying their family time. And Fabes, what do you think? What a night. We're wondering, like, okay, third game, 4 days, legs going to go, what's going to go? Mental, physical? Not at all. Now, is it a school record? I had you guys for 16 made threes.
Yeah.
And this young lady next to us, Katie Muller, hard to believe she's in 8th grade last year.
Crazy.
What a night she had. 21 points, leading all scorers, and she was hot. Did you just decide to feed the ball to her? Is that what the game plan was?
Yeah, she just found openings, I guess, and her teammates found her. No, it was a really good game and really good way to finish off the week for our team. I mean, just played loose. Not a lot of prep, right, because we played yesterday. So just proud of the girls, and, luckily we just scored the ball really well, shot really well, and Katie started us off.
Katie, just want to know, there's a little history here. Coach Faves made an infamous shot down there many moons ago. Were we in, the 5th overtime or something like that?
I'm not sure.
But legendary. If they're going to name the court, they're going to name it Audrey Faber Court here.
No, not here.
Not here. Katie, hello, welcome.
Thanks.
How are you doing? Don't be shy. I got to turn your mic up a little bit. Don't be afraid. You weren't afraid in the court. You're out there battling. You had a guard, Hallie Clark. That was it. And I look at her box score and just 3 points tonight. So you must have done a pretty good job on her while finding a way to be leading scorer. 21 points tonight. My goodness. When's the last time a freshman did that? Do you know? Well, how'd it feel? 3 games, 4 days. How you feel? You feel like playing tomorrow?
A little bit tired from the week, but I'm always ready to go for the next game, and I like playing a lot of games, so it's really fun.
Would you rather practice last night and be prepared for Southeast Polk, or were you glad you played Valley last night?
I was glad to play Valley last night because I think it was a good game, and even though we didn't have much time to get ready for Southeast Polk, we still played a game and got our bodies ready for this game. So
what's now you go back-to-back nights, and normally that doesn't happen until the state tournament, really, but no practice, no prep for Southeast Polk. So talk about today and getting ready for the Rams, one of your rivals in the CIML. How'd the preparation go?
Well, today we didn't have much time to prep, so just watching film during school, reading through the scouting report at school, doing a lot of stuff in my free time in between classes, just fitting in as much as I could.
Let me tell you something. Faber and I would never get away with that back in our day.
No.
We were in class all day. Audrey, what do you think about this young lady? I see a little bit of you in there, and she's just a freshman, the way she shoots and plays the game and does a nice job on defense. And
she does.
You got the sister combo going in there with Katie and Ellie, huh?
I know. She's great. Obviously a really, really good game tonight. But, yeah, her and Ellie have been great for us. We're lucky to have them for several more years. And like you said, plays well on both ends of the floor.
Coming off the win last night over Valley, 62-30, what a defensive presence tonight. You hold Southeast Polk, another top 15 team, to 37 points. So now I understand you're not on the defensive side of the ball. That's what I was told. You're offense only. So we want to ask about the defensive prep. Katie, can you enlighten us? Who's the defensive coach at Dowling? Is it Danner?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And he's not up here to explain himself. So,
no.
But
shout out to Joel.
That's right.
Yep.
But what an effort, both nights, and the kids are shooting well. What are some of the things that you attribute this to? Getting everybody to play together. Ava, of course, is going to be looked at. She's going to go to your old school, Creighton, and hopefully in another year or so. She's verbally committed. But getting this group together, you have juniors, one senior, but juniors, freshmen, all in the mix. And usually upperclassmen don't like the underclassmen, but that's not the case age with this group.
Yeah. Luckily, we brought back a good core, right, with those 3 juniors and then Ellie as well. And, they take a lot of pride in their defense, and, that kind of sets the tone for us in games. And then, tonight was a night where offense was really clicking, shots were falling. So just a fun game all around.
Yeah, you got the free throw line 5 times. I'd like to see that increase a little bit. That would help.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to do that. Well, Katie, you got anybody you want to give a shout out to? I know there's a lot of Nahas's out there and Mullers, so I'll let you go.
Yeah, shout out to my parents and my sister Nikki.
There you go.
Not Ellie.
Yeah,
not Ellie. Oh, not Ellie.
Not Ellie.
Not Ellie. I thought she'd be around. You guys are like 2 peas in a pod. You're always around each other. Fabes, you got anybody out there? I saw your dad here earlier. So
yeah, he was here yesterday. I'm not sure any of my family is listening, so I don't think I have any shout-outs tonight.
No? Nobody's heading on down I-80 to watch tomorrow's game at Iowa?
I don't know.
Some gal named Clark?
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever met her? Caitlin Clark, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a nemesis here. She sat in that chair many times. I told her I'd go down and play for her if she wanted to call the game, and I decided not to.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, that was a great call, yeah. Well, ladies, thanks for joining us here at halftime. Best of luck. Enjoy the weekend off.
Yes.
And then we'll see you Monday at Centennial for that 6:15 tip-off against Scott DeYoung. Yes, he's still coaching. He coached against you, and now you get to coach against him. Be a great game. Katie, best of luck on Monday.
Thank you.
And congratulations tonight.
Thanks.
Katie Muller, Audrey Faber joined us here at halftime. Thank you, ladies. We'll take a break and come back. Halftime, Dowling boys leading 34-23. Back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network from Southeast Polk High School.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym as we're underway here in the second half. Dowling had the ball first to start the second half, and they came up with an empty possession, and now Southeast Polk the other way. And a foul called on Joey Capola. That'll be his first for Dowling as he fouled Trey Lust, who's at the free throw line. Lust missed the first free throw, second one coming. As he eyes the bucket, and it's good. So Lust now 2 for 3 at the free throw line, has 2 points. Dowling leading 34-24 as the Maroons have the basketball going right to left towards the south basket here at Southeast Polk High School. Mattis Capola for 3, it's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Kleppe comes away with it. Now is it stolen away by Goodman and out of bounds, and Goodman holding his ankle. It'll be Dowling basketball. Jimmy, you got the first half numbers while we have a break?
Maroons through one half of the game, 13 of 32 from the field, 20 rebounds, 5 turnovers. For Southeast Polk, 9 of 26 from the field, just 2 of 6 from 3, 17 rebounds, and 7 turnovers. Southeast Polk 5 turnovers in that second quarter alone.
All right, to be Dowling basketball. They get a brand new shot clock after the collision with Goodman and Kleppe. Dowling with the ball. They throw it away. It's just a little out of sync, leading by 10. Some numbers for you in the first half. Joey Capola leading scorer for Dowling, 16 points, followed by Ryan Kleppe with 7 points, 4 points for Joe Broderick, 3 points for Cole Southard off the bench for the Maroons, and 2 points for Mattis Capola. Riddick Metten did not score, as Jimmy mentioned before the half, and now underneath. Barton with the shot off the glass, good from the left side. Jackson Barton with 8 points. Now Dowling the other way, Mattis Capola shoots and scores in transition. So both teams hustling down court. Dowling by 10, 36-26 as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter here at Southeast Polk High School. A.J. Schaefer in the lane, cut off. Now kicks it back out. This is Grady, Bronzeway, Norris. Underneath, shot no good. Rebound comes out to Metten. Riddick in transition to Coppola. Joey fakes a three, now takes a three, and it's good. Joey Coppola with his 4th three of the night, and he's got 19 points to lead all scorers.
Joey's staying hot from the first half, and 19 points is well above his average, so he's having a nice shooting night, and he's got to feel pretty good after 3 games this week.
All right, Dowling with the basketball, or rather Dowling playing defense on man-to-man defense, rather. Rams now with the basketball. Here's Jackson Barton in the lane. Spin move. His shot no good. Rebound on the weak side to Ryan Kleppe. He brings the ball up. Dowling in transition. Kleppe and Broderick on the left side. Kleppe coming off a ball screen by Broderick. Dribbles baseline. Kicks it out to Coppola for 3. It's off the back iron. No good. Met with the rebound. Bruins save the possession. Coppola. This is Maddox for 3, and it's good. The basket will count, and a foul on Southeast Polk. And Maddox Coppola, presence of mind to stay with his shot, and picks up the foul.
Yeah, he was able to get squared up to the basket, and his defender closed out. But in the act of shooting, nice shot by Maddox and getting fouled. 4-point play, possibly.
We'll keep it here as a 3-point basket by Maddox Coppola gives him 7 points tonight, and he'll have an opportunity for an and one. That foul was on Bodie Goodman, his 2nd, and the Maroons increase their lead to 42-26 with 5 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter from Southeast Polk High School. Did you get all your stats done?
I did. So you look at this game, and Southeast Polk just is not getting Bodie Goodman able to get free, get loose around any type of ball screens or off ball screens, and so he's settling for inside shots by some of their bigger guys who are just not going down. But for the Maroons, hustling back on transition for them and hitting their Joey Coppola hitting lights out tonight from 3-point shot, and you're seeing Kleppe take the ball to the basket. Metten is still not scored in today, but he's being very effective in the way he's playing the game. Offensive rebounds is one of the things that's sticking out for Riddick Metten tonight.
All right, scoring for Southeast Polk. Bodie Goodman leading the way with 14 points, followed by Jackson Barton, who had 6 at halftime, now has 8 points for the Rams. 2 points now for Trey Lust, and 2 points for A.J. Schaefer. Grady Bronzeway Norris has not scored for the Rams, and neither has Sam Zelinovich, who came off the bench for Southeast Polk. The Rams went 3 of 6 the free throw line, as did Dowling in the first half, as free throws up and good. Maddox Coppola completes the unconventional 4-point play. Maddox tonight with 8 points, and it's 43-26 Dowling, as the Maroons now with a 17-point lead, their largest of the night. And now underneath, Schaefer shoots and scores. That's his 4th point tonight for Southeast Polk. 43-28 Dowling. Maroons work underneath, and they get it to Maddox Coppola. And boy, he's posting up when he can, and that's the shot you like to see. Maddox with 10 points.
Well, that's what Dowling's movement's doing to Southeast Polk, because they're falling asleep a little bit on defense, opening up some guys down low, and that's what bodes so well for the Maroons when they move around and force the opponents to play defense. It's so much better for the Maroons. They get open shots, they get the ball to the basket as well, and a lot of offensive rebounds, and sometimes they just get in a lull where they don't move very much, and that ends up being an Achilles heel for them.
Rams lose the ball out of bounds on a turnover. Dowling basketball leading 45-28 are the Maroons here at Southeast Polk High School. Now Kleppe pass from Coppola, 3-pointer to left baseline, no good. And a rebound out to the Rams, and here's Zelinovich in the front court. Dribbles in the lane. Now I'd rather Bodie Goodman with the basketball. He dribbles down the lane. His shot off the glass, too strong. Rebound out to Dowling and Coppola. Joey for 3, up and leaves it short. Rebound Barton, as Dowling was battling down there with Broderick, and now the other way we go with Southeast Polk with the ball. Shot up and no good. Ball goes off the hands of Joey Coppola. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball with 3:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Dowling 45, Southeast Polk 28. Alier Agao checks in for Joe Broderick. So I wonder if we're seeing a little bit of the legs starting to after coming out of the time.
It makes you wonder, with Joey Coppola's shot there, it was well short in that 3-point. And sometimes when the legs aren't part of your shot, the strength goes away, and that's what happens.
Here's a steal by Dowling. They work underneath, and Kleppe with the layup. Ali Aragao hobbling down the court. So Ryan Kleppe with 9 points. 47-28, Dowling by 19. This is the Maroons' largest lead. Underneath Goodman, his shot up and no good. Offensive rebound Barton, put back no good, and now offensive rebound Goodman. His shot goes through. They're going to count it. As a foul was called, they will. A foul on Dowling, and that'll be on Maddox Capola, and that's his 4th.
Aliera's a little bit gimped up in that.
I think he rolled his ankle. So Goodman's basket gives him 14 points, or 16 points tonight here, Jimmy.
Yeah, Aliera does have a sleeve on his knee, and I don't believe that is his issue. I think you're right. I think it is more of an ankle with Aliera, and Aliera hasn't seen a ton of playing time over the last couple weeks, but getting some playing time early tonight.
Goodman's free throw is good. He's got 17 points. You're ready for him to take off. 47-31, Dowling by 16. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. There's Broderick, dribbles in the lane, double team, gets it over in the corner. Cataldo for 3, good! Dante Cataldo with his 6th 3 of the season, and that's his first 3 of the night.
Maroons attacking the basket, leaves their wings wide open, who are square to the basket on their 3-point shots, and nice steal.
Here's a steal by Cataldo, left-handed layup, good. 5 points for Dante, and the Maroons now lead by 21, 52-31. Southeast Polk the other way, layup up and no good. And a rebound out to Dowling. One and done are the Rams. Kleppe in the front court. Dribbles to his right. Double team. Still in the lane. And an offensive foul on Dowling.
Kleppe missed Capola cutting to the hoop. Got loose underneath. And Kleppe ends up being an isolation play and getting a couple guys on him. And then he uses his off arm to hook his defender. And that's what he got called for in the first half on the offensive foul. And that's what they called him again here on this possession.
And that happened last night at Valley, too. He had the hook with his off arm. That's his second foul. Maroons will bring in Lucas Paola, number 15, as Kleppe and Metten sit down for the Maroons. Cole Southern in the Dowling lineup, so the Maroons going with their mostly guard lineup. 4 guards and Broderick back in. Here's Zelenovic on the baseline. Cut off, stolen away by Dowling. Paoli with the steal, down court, and left it for Joey Capola, and it's stolen away by the Rams.
Right idea, just not a strong pass by Paoli.
2 minutes to play. It's 52-31, Dowling by 21. Now underneath, Zelenovic with the left-hand shot up and good. Sam Zelenovic with his first 2 points. 52-33, Dowling. Southern in the front court. Maroons with 4 guards. Cole Southern, top of the key for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound, Zelenovic. He's going with the small lineup here. Here's Zeb Hins with it. Gets it over to Barton. Backs in against Broderick. Shot off the glass, good. Jackson Bart with his 8th point. Check that, 10 points. Minute 15 to play, 52-35 Dowling. Capola to Cataldo, who dribbles baseline. Leaves it for Broderick for 3. Up off the mark, no good. Rebound Barton. Outlet pass to Zelenovic, and Southeast Polk has the basketball with 65 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dowling by 17. With the basketball is Noah Frank, who's in there, and now we got a whistle and a foul on Dowling. That'll be on
the
Paoli.
bench for the last 2.5 minutes of this quarter. Wonder, he got rolled up on a little bit earlier. I wonder if that's lingering here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it could be. 14 foul on Dowling. Maroons will put Jack Jepson in. Number 0. Final 50 seconds. Maroons are running out of posts.
Jack hasn't seen a ton of time this year. And
here's a Hins with the shot by Southeast Polk, no good. Rebound Dowling. Nick Frerichs, in the lineup for Dowling. Frerichs backs in, underneath, scoop shot up, good! Nice move by Nick. I said those defensive guys can't shoot.
A lot of body stood with it and strength underneath and finishing at the rim. And we talked so much over the last week about finishing at the rim, the inconsistency up and down that the Maroons have had. And that time, Nick Frerichs going hard to the right side and finishing at the rim.
Dowling by 19, shot clock off, 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's Zelenovic. Gets it out to A.J. Schaefer. Schaefer underneath, is shot up and no good. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling, and they'll call the foul on Jack Jepson.
As the Maroons have gone deep into their bench, tonight, and you see the energy and the fresh legs that these young kids get an opportunity to play, and playing more up tempo and getting after it. But these kids have, many of these kids have not played a ton this year, so opportunities, and always take advantage of those as they come.
First free throw good, second free throw no good. Jepson with the rebound. Outlet pass to Southern to Cataldo. Shot at the horn, and it's no good. I don't know if they would have counted it or not, as a three-pointer at the horn by Paoli is no good. And we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play with the score. Dowling Catholic 54, Southeast Polk 36. The Maroons are 1 quarter away from the road sweep if they can do it. Earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner 75-37 over Southeast Polk. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, Southeast Polk, Dowling leading Southeast Polk 54-36, along with Jimmy Cataldo. Mark Hamadale will return with the 4th quarter in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome to Faith Check. Many people ask why the church is against birth control if it allows natural family planning to avoid pregnancy. The Catholic teaching that it is a sin to use contraception is nothing new, but the perennial teaching of Judeo-Christian morality. Only in the 1930s did any Christians begin teaching that contraception could be morally acceptable. The sexual union between a husband and wife is a renewal of the wedding vows, which say that I love you freely, totally, faithfully, and fruitfully. To come together in intimacy while deliberately sterilizing the act goes against the intrinsic meaning of intercourse. It says, I love you, but not your fertility. When a couple has discerned that there are serious reasons to avoid a pregnancy, there's nothing sinful about periodic abstinence during the fertile times of the month. Intercourse still remains a renewal of the wedding vows, a total gift of self that is open to the authentic life-giving meaning of sex. Divorce rates among couples using natural family planning are almost non-existent because couples grow in self-control and respect for one another's bodies, which leads to healthier relationships and even more passionate intimacy. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym. We start the 4th quarter. Dowling with the first basket of the 4th quarter. And that was Lucas Paoli with his first points of the game. Southeast Polk the other way. Here's a shot up and no good. And we've got a loose ball foul on the Rams. Nice rebound that time by Dowling. And that was by Cole Southern. He got undercut. It'll be Dowling basketball. Maroons lead it 56-36 as we move to the 4th quarter. Dowling went 3 out of 5, or rather, Maroons went 1 for 1 at the free throw line in the 3rd quarter. They're now 4 of 7 for the game. The Rams are 6 out of 11 at the free throw line. Maroons with the basketball. Nick Frericks, Lucas Paoli, Dante Cataldo. More of a guard-oriented offense for the Maroons. Cole Southern and Jack Jepson in the post.
Right, the Maroons able to start the 4th quarter off their bench with a 20-point lead. Give some of those starters a little bit of a break as they've been really the workload over the last 3 games this week.
All right, Maroons inbound the ball, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Frericks, leaves it for Southern for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Tipped by Cataldo, no good, and a rebound out to A.J. Schaefer. Had the ball slapped away, and now he got it back. Schaefer down the lane. In the corner it goes, stolen away by Cataldo as he wanted to give it to Brunswick Norris for the 3, and now the Maroons turn it over. Back-to-back turnovers, and got a whistle and a foul as Bodie Goodman is back in there. Foul will be on Dante Cataldo, his first team foul of the 4th quarter, and now the Maroons will get their starters back in to see if they can get a good run here with 6:38 to go in the 4th quarter. Dowling by 20.
Sometimes you wonder, up 20 into the 4th quarter, how do you put your starters in? Well, it's a little bit about confidence. These 5 kids have been working their tails off over this week, and through good and through bad. And sometimes, getting some confidence, playing some air-free basketball is a good thing for a group.
Now a shot in the lane, no good, but ball slapped around, and Bodie Goodman comes away with the basketball and shoots and scores. He's got 19 points. 56-38 Dowling. Here's Metten with it. Riddick having a tough night. He's having a night that Kleppe had last night as far as scoring. Broderick for 3. It's good. From the top of the key, the big center has 7 points for Dowling. 59-38 Maroons. Dowling equaling its largest lead of 21 points. Here's Zeb Hins working the corner. Now a skip pass over to Trey Lust. Into Goodman in the lane. Through 4 players. Shot off the glass. Good. Nice spin move that time by Goodman. And again, he's ready to go off here, Jimmy.
Well, it's incredible how he gets that shot off. As 3 guys are standing around him, and Bodie finds to get a clean shot at the rim and converts.
Maddox Capola in the front court for the Maroons. Gives it to his brother Joey. Right block. Now they kick it out to Metten. Riddick on to Broderick. Left block. Rams stay man-to-man. Now to Metten. Little 2-man game. Metten in the lane. Stops. Fadeaway jumper. Up and left it short. Ball slapped around, and the Rams come away with it. There's Goodman with it in the front court for Southeast Polk. To Hins. Now to Lust, right wing. 5 minutes to play. Dowling 59, Southeast Polk 40. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling girls a winner tonight, 75-37. Long 3 up and no good by Grady. Bronzeway Norris. Rebound Dowling. Maddox Capola dribbles in the front court. Over to his brother Joey. Joey dribbles in the lane. Now double team. Now spins. Jumper in the lane with one hand. Rolls through. Joey Capola, 21 points. Leads Dowling in scoring. Rams the other way. Lust on the baseline. Reverse layup. Good. Strong move right around Metten. Lust with 4 points. Dowling the other way. Kleppe shoots and scores. Boy, both teams are transitioning so well, Jimmy. Kleppe with 11 points.
And that's what you love to see with the Maroons. You force the ball into transition, hustling back on offense as well, and they're being rewarded by it with some of these easy buckets at the rim.
The Rams will bring in Noah Frank for the first time tonight. Frank, a 6'2 senior. He'll take the place of Lust, who's battling that ankle injury, and Jackson Barton will check out for Southeast Polk. The Rams going with a smaller lineup. Here's Goodman coming off a ball screen, guarded by Maddox Capola. Stops in the lane, layup good. Yep, ready to go off is on cue, Bodie Goodman. He's got 23 points with the basket.
Right at his average for the year. Bodie Goodman averaging 23 a game, and he's sitting at it right now.
A collision on the baseline, and a whistle and a foul on Southeast Polk. Let's see who they whistled on.
It's going to be Goodman's third.
Oh, it is. Wholesale lineup. We got a line change here. Jepson back in for Dowling, along with Paoli. Dante Cataldo in. Cole Southern. And so inbound the ball, and that's Frericks. Gets it to Jepson. 3:40 left to go. 63-44 Dowling. Maroons work the ball on the baseline. Paoli with it. Pass inside, and it's stolen away by Noah Frank of Southeast Polk. Outlet pass for the Rams. Here's Goodman. Guarded by Jepson. In the lane, his shot is blocked, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Dowling, and Jack Jepson with his second. The Maroons try to close it out with this group.
Probably going to close it out with this group and get some of the other kids on the bench. See Jackson Trine is going to be checking in here after this shot.
Goodman for 2 free throws. First one is good. He's got 24 points tonight to lead all scorers. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Klein Electric, and Construction Professionals. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Second free throw good. 25 points now for Bodie Goodman. And this will be
30-second timeout here.
30-second timeout. Nobody's sitting down. So we'll keep it here with 3.5 to go. Maroons up 63-46. And now, can they close this one out? That's been the answer for Dowling. And we saw what Southeast Polk has been up against too.
You have a group in with 3:30 that an all-senior group that coming off the bench. You're going to get a lot of energy out of these guys. It's just, are they going to be able to protect the basketball on their offensive possessions? They're going to play the heck out of defense, but offensive possessions is who's going to be out there as a scorer, and are they going to value possessions with this 5 group of seniors?
Dowling led 16-14 at the end of the first quarter. Dowling outscoring Southeast Polk 18-9 in the second quarter. Maroons had a 11-point lead at halftime, 34-23, and outscored Southeast Polk 20-13 in the third quarter to lead 54-36. Jepson underneath finds Frericks, and his layup is good. Jack Jepson with the assist.
Great look by Jack, and Jack takes the ball hard to the baseline. Actually had a clear shot, but unselfish as Jepsen was, found Frerichs on the baseline.
Here's a steal by Cataldo as Maroons now with the basketball. Southard for three, it's no good, and a rebound out to Southeast Polk. But yeah, Jepsen found the open man, and Nick Frerichs with his 4th point tonight off the bench for Dowling. 65-46, Dowling by 19. Zeb Hins with it. Gets it over in the corner to Rex Smith, and he loses the ball out of bounds with 2:41 remaining. Up next for the Dowling boys, they take on Hoover on Monday night, 6:15. Part of a freshman-sophomore varsity game. Freshman and sophomore games will get underway at 4:45, and the boys' game will be at 6:15, while the Dowling girls will be at Ankeny Centennial for one game at 6:15, when we'll have that game on Iowa Catholic Radio Monday night. Number 3 Dowling and number 5 Centennial, 6 o'clock pregame on Iowa Catholic Radio. Here's a shot in the lane, no good by Southeast Polk. Rebound Dowling. Cataldo. Out to Jackson Trine, who you mentioned is in the ball game for Dowling. Trine, a 5'11 senior. To Jepsen. Back to Cataldo, top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Frerichs, nearly lost it between the circles rather. Dribbles down the lane, stops. Trying to go around. 2 on the shot clock. They have to shoot it, and it'll be a shot clock violation on Dowling as Trine was late with the shot.
Yeah, it's just guys trying to do too much, and the lack of movement on that offensive side that the Maroons just didn't see anybody really move around. And
right. Noah Martin's in the lineup for Dowling, 5'9 sophomore. Opportunity to play here. As Dante Cataldo will sit down, so will Cole Southard. That means somebody else came in that I didn't see.
Martin's Quincy.
Or Quincy
Moore.
Quincy Moore into the Dowling lineup. Now here's a steal by Dowling. Nice job that time by Martins. Forced to turnover. Maroons in transition. Here's Quincy Moore with it. Back to Martins. Minute and a half to play. 25 in the shot clock. Dowling 65. Southeast Polk 46. Three-pointer up and no good by Martins. Offensive rebound put back and no good. Another rebound up and no good by Quincy Moore. Maroons save it underneath, and now Moore finally gets it to fall. Quincy Moore with his first basket of the season. 67-46, Dowling by 21.
Quincy's a promising junior for the Maroons. A 6'4 junior and first bucket of the year.
In the lane, shot no good by Zeb Hins. Rebound Dowling. 1 minute remaining, 67-46 Maroons. Dowling's going to come away with a doubleheader sweep tonight. Here's Quincy Moore with it. To Jack Jepsen for three. Good! Place goes nuts. Jack with his first points of the season. And it's 70-46 Dowling with 40 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Rams with the basketball in the front court. Noah Frank with it to Hins. Over to Zelenovic. Zelenovic down the lane. Double team. Loses it. Finally picked up by Smith. His shot in the lane no good. Rebound Dowling and Nick Frerichs with 20 seconds to play. Outlet pass. And we've got what a...
I think Zelenovic got a little
substitution time. Yeah, substitution timeout.
Last possession.
They'll take Zelenovic out. And I think on that outlet pass, I forgot which Dowling player it was.
Trine
was told not to shoot because he was ready. And he could launch a three like Southard and a few others.
Sure. Some of these kids want to walk around with their arm cocked, just waiting to throw the ball into the bucket, and it's hard to hold them down. But
10 seconds, and Dowling will dribble it out. 70-46 is the score, and will that be the final score? Yes, it will. Both teams will concede. Congratulations to the Maroons. They snap a three-game losing streak with a 70-46 win over the Southeast Polk Rams. You got meet and greet going on here?
It is. Some guys I haven't seen in a long time. Last night we had Wade Lookenville on there. Tonight, Jay Goodman. And for many listeners who don't know, but those two were tremendous high school fastball players for Fort Dodge when they won the state title back in 1980.
Goodman's,
I think.
Goodman's younger than me, so 6 years. That could be right. What a win for the Maroons on the road. You always like doing that. It's a doubleheader sweep. Last time that happened at Waukee this year.
Yeah, and you got to feel good with the Maroons. And, it's a load off your shoulders after a tough week. And I think the hope was to come away 2 out of 3 wins for the week, but they fall to 1-3 for the week. But to end the week on a positive note like this, a lot of kids getting into the game and contributing. But certainly after a long week, these guys are going to try to regroup. Have some time off to reflect, learn from the films, and try to get all their energy and their legs back, because it has been a tough week for these kids.
Yep, 3 games this week, and Dowling comes out a winner in Game 3 on the boys' side. The winner tonight, 70-46. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadale, we'll take a 2-minute break. Brady Grimm, he's been with us all week, studio producer at Iowa Catholic Radio. Appreciate him being on board, and we'll recap tonight's game as we'll total up the scoring and the statistics in this contest. Again, the final. Dowling boys a winner, 70-46 over Southeast Polk. Dowling boys improved their record to 7-8. Southeast Polk record falls to 5-11. And earlier tonight, the Dowling girls a winner, 75-37 for the third-ranked Dowling girls. Their record now 13-4 on the season. We'll return in 2 minutes for the postgame show here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com. And we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. Live your best life with Mercy One. With Iowa's largest network of care locations, personalized care is right in your neighborhood. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And welcome back to the post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Hamadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. We're going through our numbers here. 4 made twos for Southeast Polk in that fourth quarter, Jimmy. We're visited by a few dignitaries. Hall of Fame coach Tom Goodman, his son Bodie playing for Southeast Polk and sitting right in front of us.
And then, Coach Tom Goodman is a Hall of Fame basketball coach and spent his times in Fort Dodge and up in Sioux City. And
what's the Fort Dodge connection tonight? How you doing?
That's right.
We had the
we had Wade,
Luke, and Bill last night coming off the MediaCom broadcast, and then Coach Goodman, another Fort Dodge, led to the state title with Wade Goodman and his son Jay.
So an incredible family, and watching Bodie, who lost his father unexpectedly a few years ago, and but to see him and the family support he gets, nice kid, good family, and you can see he's a heck of a basketball player at that.
Yes, he certainly is, and as we're totaling up our numbers here.
So I can go through the Maroons for the night.
You're all caught up?
I'm all caught up.
All right.
So the Maroons.
I know you're shaking hands and kissing babies.
I know. But we're up in the catwalk up here.
Yes, we are.
So Maroons go 28 of 60 from the field. Out of that, 10 of 27 was from the three-point range, 33 total rebounds and 10 turnovers. So right about at their average for rebounds and turnovers for the Maroons. For Southeast Polk, Southeast Polk 18 of 52 and only 2 of 10 from 3, but 18 of 52 from the field, 27 rebounds and 14 turnovers. So Maroons really had some light out shooting tonight. Capola hit some shots. I thought Kleppe took the ball to the bench. Maroons got some great contributions from their bench on the defensive side and causing some turnovers. So a great game to finish. And you look at Riddick Metten, who doesn't score tonight, I don't believe, but
no, he didn't.
But his contributions, was not unnoticed. He had a handful of offensive rebounds, attacking the glass. But the one thing you didn't see Riddick do tonight is force. So you have a kid who's a scorer and knows that that he people are looking for him to put points on the board, but the thing he didn't do is he didn't force shots. And a lot of times when Riddick forces shots and those things go haywire, and that's not what you didn't see out of Riddick. So well-controlled game out of him, really worked the ball around, and Joe Broderick had a nice game on top of that as well.
Dowling with a 24-point win tonight as they defeat Southeast Polk in the boys game, 70-46. Let's take a look at scoring, and we'll start with Dowling. Jimmy, the Maroons had 10 players score tonight, and Riddick Metten did not score, as you mentioned, so they did it without their leading scorer at times. And let's run down the scoring. The Maroons had 3 in double figures, led by Joey Capolas, 21 points. Joey fired off 4 threes in the contest. He was followed in scoring by Ryan Kleppe with 11 points. Again, last night, Ryan had 1 point against Valley, has 11 tonight. And Maddox Capola with 10 points. He had 8 of those 10 points in the second half. And those are the 3 leading scorers for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons now, Dante Cataldo off the bench with 7 points. Joe Broderick with 7 points. And then rounding out scoring for Dowling, 4 points for Nick Frericks, 3 points each for Cole Southard and Jack Jepson with his first varsity points. 2 points each for Quincy Moore and Lucas Paoli. Ali Aragao and Jackson Trine did not score as Dowling went 4 of 7 at the free throw line in the contest. For Southeast Polk, they had 5 players in the scoring column, led by Bodie Goodman's 25 points. He was followed by Jackson Barton with 10 points. 5 points for A.J. Schaefer, 4 points for Trey Lust, and 2 points for Connor Bashir. The Rams 8 of 13 at the line tonight. And now we're joined by head coach Justin Einerson. He's setting up our guests here. That means we can push out Cataldo and put him in here.
Yeah.
No, stay. No, stay there. Stay there right until he gets there. Never mind.
I'll see you, Jay.
Right out the door.
As Coach Einerson, thanks for joining us. Congratulations. What a win. 10 players in the scoring column.
That's awesome.
You led at halftime by 11, and you just kept pouring it on, and it was a real feel-good night for your kids. And congratulations on the win. It had to be feel-good for you, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was it was well-deserved and much needed. Obviously gritty because of the week that we've had and the tough games that we've had. It's pretty cool to see that we could come out ready to fire, and this guy sitting next to me, he didn't wait very long. He put that thing up, I feel like right after the tip-off, and we never stopped, so that was nice to see.
You're talking about Joey Capola, one of your captains and seniors, and Joey, welcome. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
How your legs feel after 3 games in 4 days? Don't forget you didn't practice yesterday. No practice yesterday.
They're a little sore, but got the job done, so.
First of all, it's good to see you healthy. Last year with all the issues with your back, come out healthy, banging, and what a tough league, and you guys have been grinding. Tough week with Ankeny, Valley, both in a road, and then tonight you get a road win here at Southeast Polk. How's it feel, one of the senior captains, huh?
It feels great. It's one of those feelings that it's hard to explain because after 3 losses, it's hard to bring that energy, and when you bring it, it just feels really good.
Well, Joey, I think one thing that we've seen, just the evolution of your basketball game has been your shooting. Watching you from junior high all the way through your high school career, that's been something that you've worked on constantly. And the one thing that we've noticed over the last few games is how quick your release has been. Talk about some of those things that you're working on into developing your shot. Your quick release has been phenomenal, and it's paying off on the floor.
It really started with my dad in middle school.
You're really going to give him credit.
I am going to give him credit because
that's good.
He was the one that changed my jump shot, brought it more up to my face,
right.
And it just, the more I got comfortable, the more confident I get, the just faster it came out.
Well, you can see the evolution. The height on your release has been fantastic, and you don't miss very much. I mean, that ball goes directly to the middle of that hoop, and rarely are you off much. But later in the game, as the game went on, the shot started to get shorter. Did you feel your legs kind of getting getting a little bit weaker as the game went on?
I was getting a little bit tired, after.
That's good to know.
After a 3-game week. Shouldn't have told him that, but I was a little tired, but it was good to see everyone else get in too. So.
Well, talk about your team. You guys are. We talked about that you have 8 losses on the year. 6 of those losses, you guys were leading in the second half. As you make that charge here into February and into a postseason run, being a captain, what are you looking at of your team here as you get to the back half of the year?
The energy in the locker room, especially after those 3 losses in a row. Nobody really put their head down. We know the goal, and we're just looking forward to the next one.
All right, we're here in the post-game show following Dowling boys' victory over Southeast Polk, 70-46. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, joined now by head coach Justin Einerson, Dowling boys coach, and Joey Coppola, one of the captains. And hey, coach, we'll let you talk. You've been talking all week. What do you think about this guy here?
He's a future coach if he wants to be. Just really gritty effort, not just from Joey, but I thought our seniors really showed up tonight, and not just the starters. I mean, Dante came in and gave us a huge boost. Nick was really good. And it's tough. Like I said earlier, it's tough. 3rd game of the week, all on the road. You're really disappointed from Ankeny. You're even more disappointed from Valley. But they just came out here and battled. And, it helps when you come out here and the atmosphere is what it is. They had a really, really big crowd here tonight. The band
was here, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Our guys came out and were fired up. And, I talked to Joey's dad before, and I said, what do you think it's going to be today? Are we going to struggle to get going, or are we going to be ready to go? He goes, oh, they'll be ready to go. And he was dead on. They were ready.
Coach Anderson, let's talk about the quick turnaround. Playing Valley last night, no practice before you play a conference opponent in Southeast Polk. So how'd the day go? Because you can't practice. The kids are in class. Right, Joey?
It's probably a better question for them. Head coaches always have anxiety problems, so the game days are bad enough, and when you lose the night before and you don't get to practice, and there's a lot of stuff to prepare for with
Absolutely.
Polk, because they run a very different style than what we're used to. I hated today. But I could tell when we got into film in homeroom, which I don't even think we're allowed to do, by the way, so maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. But I could tell when I got into film and the guys' spirits were up that we were going to be a tough team to play tonight.
Talk about your day besides going to class, Joey.
Well, every game day, we after school gets out, we come down and we get a shoot around, and everyone's just been taking it really seriously, and it's good because when you have that pregame focus, you're going to come into the game with that same focus.
Well, you certainly did tonight. And how about the closeout? Coach and I were talking about closing out games, and Coach Jenks and I were visiting about that earlier today. They're having the same problem. You're with the team, and all of a sudden you start losing. You're down 5. Now you're down 7, and you're playing catch up. Tonight you close it out. And what a group that was out there closing it out. That had to be a big boost for you guys after Game 3 in a 4-day swing.
For sure.
Yeah. What did you think of those guys finishing the game out?
Well, it was just awesome to see everyone get out there, and because you go to battle with those dudes every day in practice, and in a league like ours, you don't get to see them get on the court a lot, and it was just nice to see everyone get out there and get their chance to get a shot up.
When Jepson hit that 3, you guys were going bananas, and I think the coaches were too. Wasn't that great for Jack?
Highlight of the night, for sure.
There you go. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good player in this conference. He just gets so few opportunities to throw out a guy who's battling for that second spot at the 5. And, I mean, how do you take Joe Broderick out? You know what I mean? And if you do, he stares you down the whole way back to the bench, so that's extra hard on us. So it's great to get a night like this where you can get a lead and get some other guys in that definitely have deserved it.
Well, Broderick, needed a rest. Alier come in, that's the backup, and he tweaked his ankle or something.
Yeah, he's had an ankle issue for about a week now.
And last night I saw this guy Coppola guarding the big guy Uric for Valley one possession because somebody forgot to get back on defense, and Joe's guarding 6'8" guy. So there's your other center.
He can do it. He's
Remember
tough.
that, Joey?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you got the weekend off, and you take on Hoover on Monday, Joe, and I know Hoover's a little bit different team with Courtney over at coaching at Johnson, but you take on the Huskies, and hey, they're on your schedule, and you got to play them Monday night.
Yep.
So your thoughts on, do you know any of those guys over there and playing them?
I don't know anyone from Hoover, but we're just gonna stay focused for that one, not overlook them. Just keep keep going.
Well, stay healthy, stay committed, listen to these guys, except Nahas, but listen to the rest of them. They're a pretty good group.
We're glad we got a full game out of them today. He ran into the door and had stitches or whatever.
I think we put Jimmy Nahas in the concussion protocol.
I can't believe he's allowed to be here today.
He's in the concussion protocol.
I think he had a driver tonight because I saw Nicholson walking with him, so he had to get a driver.
Well, we walked out the door and everyone's like, okay, all right, he made it.
That's funny.
It was funny.
Joey, any shout-outs out there in Capola land you want to mention? Your dad, Joe, and your mom, Holly, do a great job. I've been visiting with your mom, Holly. She's so proud to have you back, healthy, and playing with your brother, Maddox. We didn't talk about that. I know he's a sophomore, so we don't. You're bringing him along slowly, right? But he's really grown. He might be taller than you, right?
He is taller than me, about an inch or two.
Must be
Who knows? He got lucky.
Must be the Remsburg side. That's probably it.
It might be.
Coach, got any final comments before we end this week?
Oh, I appreciate the support from. We've had a lot of support from the teachers at school and the kids from school. They're really enjoying these guys play, and we obviously are a little disappointed about where we're at, but we know that there's a lot of good things ahead of us, and it's just nice to see so many positive comments all day long in school and around the Dowling community. It's been pretty special. Great group of kids, and it's good to be around like this guy. I've seen him a long time. I'm glad he's healthy and hope it stays that way. And Coach, get some rest. Enjoy the family. I see you brought them here tonight. Love to see them. 10 players scored. Get this, Joey. 10 players scored, but not Metten. Now you go figure that one out. He was still pretty happy, so that's nice.
He was.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us here in the postgame show.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck Monday night at Hoover. We'll be up at Centennial with the girls, and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Joey Capola, along with head coach Justin Einertson here on the postgame show. We're going to take a break, come back, and we'll wrap things up with Jimmy Cataldo. Mark Amadale, final score, Dowling Catholic 70, Southeast Polk 46, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The best candidate for marriage is the very person who would be a good candidate for monasticism. And the best candidate for monasticism would be the very person who would be a good candidate for marriage. I'm Father Thomas J. Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. Celibacy and marriage are not opposed to each other. They're actually two sides of the same coin. Marriage and celibacy are both choices to love, to make a gift of self, to live spousally. Happy marriages are those which have the element of the monastic in them: prayer, discipline, dying to self, and a sense of belonging ultimately to God. A celibate is happiest when he or she lives their celibacy spousally, making a gift of self to God and to others. The married couple reminds the celibate of the spousal dimension of his or her celibacy. The celibate reminds the married couple of the sacramental nature of their marriage. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
And welcome back to the Southeast Polk Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo as Dowling coming away with a doubleheader victory over Southeast Polk. Girls game won by Dowling 75-37. Dowling girls improved their record to 13-4. The Rams fall to 8-8 in girls play. And then Dowling boys a winner tonight over Southeast Polk. Congratulations to them. 70-46 winners over the Rams. Dowling improves its record to 7-8. Rams fall to 5-11. And final comments, Jimmy, is I won't talk to you for another week because
that's a good thing for me.
I bet you need a break.
Well, you're going to go home and ice your knees because you had 6 games. So you're going to go home and ice the knees and kind of recoup yourself. But you can. I mean, it's incredible. Listening to Coach Einertson and then Joey Capola here as our post game, and we've talked to Coach Einertson over the last 3 ball games that they've lost, and you can just feel the dejection and the frustration that he was feeling. But it's amazing what a win does to you, and it just lifts you up a little bit and remotivates you for that next game, that next run, and thinking what you're doing at practice is working. It was certainly paid off tonight, as you mentioned, 10 kids contributing tonight in the scorers column. But even more than that, you saw the defensive effort intensify, especially with that second group coming off the bench. You saw offensive rebounds. You saw guys battling in and out of the lane, and that's just what a winning edge can do for you and do for your attitude, because they got great kids here, they got great athletes here. It's just they've found the short end of the stick over the last week or so, and tonight they come up on top.
Yeah, they've been in competition with some pretty good ball teams, and that's going to happen. We got to find a way to close out. Tonight they did, and the Maroons come away with a victory on the road, and it has been a busy week. This is our 6th game. And in 4 days, so I made it through. Voice is good. I'll go see Drake, you and I tomorrow. looking forward to that. So we got a lot going on.
I mean,
that's my day off.
Which car are you taking? That's my question.
Well,
Who's taking you around?
I still have my daughter's car after our little incident out at Waukee, and that cost a chunk
I know.
of
I
change.
feel for you. I mean,
time and chain went
No wonder
out.
you've done 6 games this week. You're trying to recoup.
Well, I was talking to CISN. Maybe I can do a few more tomorrow. Maybe they got swimming or something going on that I can help out with.
That's a hefty repair bill, but
it is.
That's what we prepare for. But no, a great night for both boys and girls, and the Dowling, especially in an environment here at Southeast Polk where they're recognizing, their Hall of Fame group, their football players from this past year, which is just eats at my skin, but it is what it is. But you can see some of the guys that recognize that, they feed off that, and that's just the type of athletes we have, here at Dowling. Is when they're pushed up against the corner, they'll fight tooth and nail to come out of it, and you saw a lot of kids playing really, really hard tonight.
Our next girl-boy doubleheader, believe it or not, Jimmy, will be a week from Tuesday, as Dowling will be at Waukee Northwest, and we'll have both games on Iowa Catholic Radio. That'll be on Tuesday, February 6th, and then on Friday, February 9th, Dowling's final home game of the regular season. The Maroons will host Urbandale. And remember, that's the 50th anniversary of Dowling girls basketball we recognize on that Friday night.
Is that when Swaim and I are doing the broadcast because you're emceeing the night, I guess?
I haven't got anything official on that. Wow. So, I know you're waiting in the wings. I'm tempted to tape a 10-minute segment and play it back so we don't have to endure you and Mr. Swaim. Mostly you. I'm thinking about doing a 10-minute segment.
The one thing that you guys cannot experience is when Swaim was playing basketball here at Dowling. I believe it was his senior year. They were playing at Urbandale. One of the Dowling players went up for a dunk, and the backboard shattered.
I was there.
And if you can just imagine what a high school crowd does when the backboard shatters, it was incredible. And Swaim was a part of that. And we'd probably reminisce that a few times and miss about 10 points.
I think they finished the game the next day or something like that. You remember that?
I believe that. Well, they had to because back then they didn't have any rollout hoops or anything like this.
Or they don't have the backboards they have now. But, I do remember that, and that was a lot of fun. But it's been a great week.
Yes.
Next week we'll have one game. That'll be Monday night. Scott Babinette and I will be in Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial High School, Dowling at Ankeny Centennial. Girls makeup game, 6:15. We'll go on there at 6 o'clock. I'll be posted right next to the 5A district coach, assistant coach of the year, Andy Pollock. I got to get that right. Andy Pollock will be right next to me doing it on Ankeny Vision or Centennial Vision or whatever he calls it, Pollock Vision. And we'll be doing the radio on Iowa Catholic Radio. You'll be at the Dowling Gym.
I will. Yes.
And I'm relying on Danny O'Grady to text scores back so I can
good luck.
Give the
yes.
Are you going to be there? Maybe I can rely on you a little
I may
bit.
have to be out of town, actually, so I don't know if I'm going to be there. But
I did this once before, folks, and Jimmy says score is 7-4. Well, who's ahead? What quarter you in? And how much time's left? Nothing. Just 7-4.
Yeah.
10-8. It's like, really? And so Denny O'Grady, I think, will give me a little bit better perspective. He may give me more details.
Well, nowadays you can watch the huddle tape and watch the game from the confines of Ankeny Centennial.
You know what? I may get Mr. Babinette to do that because he's pretty handy with that. But
that's right.
It's been a great week. The Maroons come away with a victory on the last day of the week, a 3-game week, and we appreciate everybody's hospitality and. Of course, that goes back to all the people behind the scenes at Iowa Catholic Radio and our sponsors. Hey, folks, I'm going to read them off. If you patronize our sponsors, let them know you heard the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. Let them know how bad of a job Jimmy Cataldo did and how great of a job Scott Babinette does. Let them know that. Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, Catholic Tuition Organization. Our thanks to Skeffington's Formal Wear, Blessman International, Fast Signs, and, of course, Brightside Aesthetics, BrightsideIowa.com by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive are our supporters and sponsors of Iowa Catholic Radio. Jimmy Cataldo, thank you. It's been a busy week. All kidding aside, I had a lot of fun. I didn't appreciate the popcorn by your dad being thrown at me last night. But, I've overcome that, and I've forgiven it.
Well, you showed your Hall of Fame stature up here. Everybody coming up here, patting you on the back, want you to recognize them. And, you've come a long way over your 5 decades of
Connie Hobbs with the bottle of water, her and her
Hall
husband,
of Famer.
Brian. Well, you get some perks, not a lot. We're up here. Now, you were courtside last night. You had to appreciate that.
We've seen every part of the gymnasium when we broadcast with you. We've been put up into the cheap seats and the euchre seats.
At Urbandale, yeah.
I was on the floor listening to every play that O'Hara was calling, and, up here.
That was last night, yeah.
I'm looking through this grate of a fence, and it's hard to see. And, boy, it makes you appreciate the facilities you got at Dowling. I mean,
that's right, courtside,
right
off the stands. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Get some rest. And I'll see you in probably 2 weeks. Be talking to you between now and then. Thanks for all you do, Jimmy. And great victory tonight. It's good for the program, and the kids will take that over to Hoover on Monday night, and you'll be there.
It'll be great. I think there's going to be a positive vibe coming from these kids as they get into these games where they know that they can really push the tempo and push the level of play. And I think you hope for really, really good things over the next week.
And by the way, before we sign off, Bozen said they haven't gotten your phone call about ordering flowers for your daughters and your wife. I said he'll be calling.
There's so many women that I got to make sure I get the right amount of flowers. And, I'm hoping to get a bulk deal. But, who knows? They can work it out. Just let them know that you're riding shotgun with me, and they probably will up the price a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'll probably charge you a little bit more. You said shotgun with me, it always ends up costing me money. Hey, can you stop at this hamburger place so I can eat real quick? And I forgot my wallet.
Jimmy,
and then
folks, if you need
it always costs me money.
If you need an Uber driver, which somebody from the Cataldo family did, or was it the Chido family did Friday night, Jimmy Cataldo's your man, so Uber.
Yes.
Uber.com, right?
Thanks.
Jimmy, thank you.
Thank you.
A lot of fun. We'll see you in 2 weeks. All right, my broadcast partner, Jimmy Cataldo, tonight here at Southeast Polk High School. Our thanks to everybody behind the scenes, including the folks here at Southeast Polk High School, including Athletic Director Jason Campbell, Patrick Camby, Steve Pettit, and, of course, their IT guy, David Morris, getting us all set up tonight. We appreciate all that. Folks back at Iowa Catholic Radio and putting up with all this, our thanks to Brady Grimm, our studio producer tonight. And, of course, the folks at Dowling, Mr. Tom Wilson, the athletic director, Colleen Webb, Jared Herring in the athletic office. Our thanks to the business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. This is our 47th year of broadcasting Dowling Catholic athletics. For Southeast Polk girls basketball coach Brad Johnson and Alan Jenkins, we thank them for all they have done to help us prepare. For Dowling coaches Kristen Meyer and for Justin Einertson, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long from the Southeast Polk Gym. One final time, the final scores tonight. In the girls contest, Dowling 75, Southeast Polk 37. Dowling girls now 13-4 and ranked third in Class 5A. Southeast Polk girls fall to 8-8. And in the boys contest, Dowling 70, Southeast Polk 46. The final, Dowling boys improve their record to 7-8. Southeast Polk falls to 5-11. For Brady Grimm, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long from the Southeast Polk High School Gym. For Scott Babinet and Jimmy Cataldo, have a blessed and safe, faith-filled evening.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, Blessman International. Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.
So key for us to remember this as we move on.